is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, June 25th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
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 I had such a problem last night. I was laying in bed, and I don't want to get too detailed about it, but I felt a good fart coming.
Uh-oh.
It was not a fart.
Gamble?
I gambled and lost.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't lose, like, you know, it wasn't too late, but I went, oh, God. And I had to get up and do the shuffle.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how my night was. How about you guys?
Yeah, that's good.
I had to Edmonton of nights. I haven't stayed up and watched hockey all night in a long time. And what a great game.
Fantastic.
It was a great series, great game. I mean, they kept saying this may be the greatest Game 7 in the history. And I went, why? I don't understand. And then when they explained it, they were like, there's so many angles and stories here. Edmonton coming back, Florida blowing it, the goalies, the 33 years since Edmonton or Canada has had a title.
Yeah.
Florida, I was like, oh, yeah, this is probably kind of cool.
But they also have, just like any championship game or any kind of series like that where they have all the different facts. And not since 1942 has somebody done this and this happened and blah, blah, blah. And if this happens, it'll be the first time ever in, history of this. And yeah, it's wild. Did you see where one of the guys from the Panthers and one of the guys from the Celtics were in high school together? They were in high school, and they were buddies in high school. There's like video of them when they're in high school and they're talking and stuff and everything. And now both champions, which is great.
That's your school is good for sports when that happens. When you get two different sports. I was telling my wife the other night, I'm like, I'm driving to work one morning listening to. This is when we used to drive into the station. Listening to Fox News, not the TV show, but just like headline news on the radio.
Right.
And the guy goes, the market is volatile because of the tradings in Europe. And let's go to international banker Marco Vicentino, who's I went, Marco Vicentino? And they go to him and he's like, yeah, today and I'm like, I know this dude. I went to high school with him. And I'm like, international banker, rocker stoner is what I know him at. Now he's international banker. I went, that is hilarious.
Yeah, Bill Burr, I think, has a bit about that where he goes, do you ever know somebody that became a priest? He goes, I'm not saying father to Greg. I used to play soccer with him. And, he goes, I'm not calling him father.
Yeah, I didn't have any friends that became priests. I just had friends that were already priests.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be totally odd. Hey, Father Spanish, how you doing?
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Yeah, especially if it was somebody that was younger than you, like your friend's younger brother, and then I'm not calling you father, you weirdo.
I'm trying to think of famous people from my high school. I know
Gulf High School?
Gulf High School in Newport Richie. I know Sarah Walsh from ESPN and NFL Network. She went there.
Oh, really?
Outside of that, yeah.
One of the guys in my neighborhood, actually, our neighbor, like 2 houses behind us, and I was in the same grade as his sister, but he played for the Packers.
Oh, yeah. We had a couple of kids from Staten Island that played in the NFL that went like to different schools. But nobody ever. I mean, there was always like a medium level of fame.
There's one guy in my high school, and he was like very early investor in some company called Cigar City Brewing.
Oh.
And I think he's made a couple bucks.
Oh, yeah.
That's
nice.
what they tell me. I don't know.
Good for him.
Although Spanish, what was that Agua Pui beer that you got me?
Oh, Hoonapoo.
Hoonapoo?
Huna poop. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
No,
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's not great. I just wasn't for me. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're a craft beer guy.
Oh, I am though.
Yeah?
I do. Like if you give me especially in the winter, if you give me some sort of pumpkin something, I'll smash that or something cider, But I drank that, and I you know what? One of the best creative beers I had was in Universal Studios at the Simpsons area. They had a chocolate beer.
Oh yeah,
and I don't go on that Simpsons ride because even though I think it's great, it just makes me want to vomit. So I sat out there and had a chocolate beer, and I was like.
So my wife likes the cider, and one of the bartenders said, have you ever tried a shot of Fireball in the cider? And she was like, no, but I want to. Because think of like a cinnamon apple kind of thing, you know what I mean? And she tried it. She loved it. She said it was really good. I go, slow down. I go, cider is already above beer, and now you're throwing Fireball in there.
Yeah.
Let's
two of them, and you're
anything but
Sugar
below
bomb, no.
7%, you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Carmen?
sugar bomb.
Oh,
cider,
yeah.
and Fireball.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going out drinking, I don't think you're. I used to always think about that whenever they came out with light beers and all this stuff, and I'm like, if you're drinking alcohol, do you care anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But not. But the sugars what gives you the hangover.
yeah,
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you drink 3 of those, oh, you're gonna be dying the next day.
Yeah, that was when Fireball first came out. I
Yeah.
found that out the hard way. We were playing a lot of Pibble Toddler gigs, and I would leave with a cup of it. You know, and end of the gig with a cup.
Yeah.
And then next day I went, why? Meanwhile, before that I was drinking shots of tequila, and the next day getting up at 8 o'clock and driving home.
Tequila,
Feeling
very
great.
little sugar, Michael.
Well, I found that out the hard way. John.
Yeah.
Thank you. I missed you.
I get
though.
All
heartburn.
right. I missed you too, Michael.
Yeah.
I like it.
Spanish. I did not listen to the Sad Weirdo show on Saturday.
All right, that's understandable.
But I will tell you that I got the most feedback ever on it
All right.
than ever before. Did something major happen?
Some guy called. It was the very first call we took. Some guy called in. His wife is terminally ill with cancer.
Jesus.
He's got 4 kids.
Let me ask you a question. Does this stuff belong on the radio? Like,
What do
I
you-
understand that these people need friends and they
Yeah.
need people to talk to.
save it for the chat room.
Yeah. Can we go back to what we used to do and just give them your phone number?
Yeah, I gave a couple guys my phone number.
You did?
This one veteran, yeah, Ed. I gave him my phone number. We text back and forth. Yeah, he's the guy that got kicked out of his house in the middle of he was like in the middle of doing something. They changed the locks on him.
So I got on the air years ago and talked about taking Lexapro and having anxiety and depression, and Lexapro saving me mostly from pulling somebody out of their car in traffic and killing them. Now you can nick my car and I go, that's cool. I'll get a fix later. But I just was all built up before, and I over the years, so many people have told me that helped them go and do that, and one kid told me that his teacher brought it up in college, brought it up in class, and how famous people need to talk about it, and so that other people do it. And I was like, oh, that's very nice. That's the extent of where I want to. Every once in a while, I'll get an email from somebody, hey, just want to say thanks. I went to see a therapist and I'm on Lexapro. Now, great. Okay, cool. That's all we need. I don't need to know their problems. I don't need to hug them, or I don't really care at all.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. It was a good phone call. And then other than that, we talked a lot about parents, talked about like what it's like when you grow up and your parents still see you as a kid, but you see yourself as an adult. And then I talked about my parents probably have a little PTSD with me.
Interesting. I feel like my parents, maybe not my dad, but my mother and everybody else in the family and my in-laws and everybody, for some reason, I became the adult.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like I don't see them as I had the opposite. I'm like, how did I become the head of the family at 22?
You're the most the way I said you've become the most successful and probably in a field where no one thought it would work out the way it did.
But also not really that successful at 22. You know what I mean? But anyway, I mostly want to talk about Sad Weirdos. And it wasn't about you. It was about Shark. People are calling Shark, quote, the softest man I've ever heard of.
No.
What is he doing? Could
He's
he
a very,
could he be ruining his reputation for the future?
I don't know.
What was his reputation?
I don't know.
I feel like he's always been a gentle soul.
He's never going to get into a biker gang like this.
No, he's definitely never going to get into a biker gang, and he is a very gentle soul. It was
He's got
his
the hair,
daughter. Yeah, he does have. He's got similar hair to you.
I feel like his wife hits him. Am I right? Did you ever get that feeling when you were looking at him?
Dude.
Like I don't.
Emotionally.
But I'm telling you right now, I don't have bad feelings towards Shark. I think he's a wonderful man. He was incredibly easy to work with, nice guy. I have nothing against Shark, except I feel like he's being abused at home.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's my
But,
business or a part of the Sad
yeah.
Weirdos. I'm supposed to say that or not.
I could see where that comes from for sure. He is definitely a gentle soul. It was his daughter's 21st birthday over the weekend.
That's gonna bug me.
Yeah, so he's in his feels about it for sure
Yeah.
because the kids are growing up and they're moving away.
Yeah, he's
I don't
close
know
with
if
his
his
kids.
wife hits him, but
Empty
you
nester.
know, sometimes we all deserve to get hit every once in a while.
No.
No,
No.
we're not doing that.
My wife hits me, buddy. I'm
It's
calling her
game
father.
over.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I won't hit her back. But I'm gonna call her father and be like, "Hey, now I have to hit you."
Yeah,
I'm trying to. I don't think I've ever seen Shark angry. I'm trying to.
Oh, I have.
I mean, once.
Oh yeah.
One
I've
time
seen
I
him
played-
helplessly angry at me, but
Yeah.
he's been angry before.
He seems more like when something goes bad, he's like like disappointed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not like an anger, like I'm an anger. It's just like, oh.
I felt like when we were in the weeds, fighting with other radio shows, I had to teach Shark how to be that warrior. He didn't have that in him. You know what I mean?
I can see
he
that.
was very much a, hey man, we're on the same team.
Yeah.
Listen to me. We're not on the same team. We're all out for blood.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to know.
Yeah, it's sad weirdos for sure on Saturdays. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
It was sad and weird.
I'm telling you right now, there hasn't been another show on the weekends talked about like this one.
I enjoy doing it. I like helping people. But yeah, I definitely can see the soft side of the show.
I have never gotten a text that said, I will never listen to this again. They all started with, what am I listening to? But listening is the key word. What am I listening to?
I had somebody reach out to me and ask me if this was just for Pride Month.
Don't insult the gays.
Yeah.
The gays aren't sad weirdos. They're way.
Some
these guys
are, I'm
are
sure.
way.
Some,
Yeah.
So you'll go into May for sure.
Yeah.
June,
Hopefully,
July,
I don't
August.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, look, you guys slipped through my grasp. I gave you 4 and out, and now what are you going on? 6, 7,
8, I think.
8.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and women have called in, so I know it's crazy.
Just to call you guys losers.
Just to call-
They're not allowed to listen. How did they get through?
I don't know.
Yeah, they weren't there before.
Yeah.
So I assume you guys are bringing the ladies in.
Yeah, we got to bring them in. It's Carmen, listen, I'm trying to get away from all the quadrants that the ladies are in. So
Okay,
Yeah.
Keep
What's
shutting them down.
What's your lady situation?
I'm moving closer towards a serious relationship with the girl that I'm seeing. Yeah, in Sarasota. She's really cool.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Sarasota.
Yeah. It's far. It's very far. She made chicken soup last weekend. It was really good. Yeah, it's really good.
Chicken,
What?
like not chicken and rice or chicken and like
Chicken noodle soup. Yeah.
Chicken noodle? Okay, there you go.
She had to put egg noodles in there.
I know when it's 98 degrees outside, nothing I love more than a hot bowl of chicken
Yeah.
soup.
Listen,
It was
soup
raining.
is delicious anytime.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. What?
I'm a fan of soup.
Yeah.
I love soup.
Yeah. And she's Cuban and Sicilian, so she cooks very well.
Cuban and
Don't get her
Sicilian.
mad.
Yeah, she
no
will kill
kidding,
you.
dude. Yeah.
She will kill you by knife.
I know, dude, and because I'm Puerto Rican and Calabrian, which is right off the coast of Sicily. So there was a little bit that we had to compare our 23andMe's to make sure
So you're
there was no,
related?
yeah, to make sure there was no crossover, man. I was like,
That's
oh
funny.
god, yeah. So
Has she met the Pantses yet?
she has met the Pantses.
Whoa!
Oh,
She met the
Joe.
Pantses.
What?
She met Teabag and Sugarface.
Wow. What did you think of that situation?
She's supportive of it. You know, I mean, like any normal human would be. At first, they're like, you live with what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought of that from your perspective. Like, if I'm Joe, I gotta go. Yeah, I live with my girlfriend and her daughter, and the mom is staying with us. You know,
Yeah.
Okay, that's now you're like, I live with the old family and another old family.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just weird to explain to somebody.
Yeah.
So do you were friends with the Pantses or with the old
Yeah.
like
You're
who?
dating the daughter?
Yeah.
How does that work out?
Like
Yeah.
there has to be a conversation about your situation.
For sure, 100%. The second date we went on, because she was like, she asked me, 'cause she lives alone, you know, in an apartment, like a
Like an
normal
adult, like a
adult.
Normal
Yeah.
human.
So she was like, "What's your living situation?" I was like, "Oh, I live with my coworker. You know, we've lived together for 10 years." And she's like, "Oh, that's
My
really
life
cool."
partner.
Yeah, dude. And then I
Life
was
partner.
like, I slipped it in. I was like, "But also his family." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "His girlfriend and her daughter and her mom all live there too." And she was like, "Wait, so there's 6 of you in there?" I was
Oh
like,
my God.
"Yeah, pretty much." And
They-
3 dogs.
They sit around at night around the fireplace with
Yeah.
have a little hoot nanny.
That's right.
That's
we
right.
cast spells.
Read
no big
books
deal.
to one another.
Yeah.
Poor Teabag, because in my mind she does read books to you guys.
Yeah.
She and reads them like a librarian in grade school.
100%. Yeah.
And then they went to the mall.
Does all the voices?
Oh yeah.
Why are you outside? What?
Wouldn't it be great
Oh,
if
my gosh.
Teabag was on Sad Weirdos?
Yeah, listen, I would love it, dude. I'm trying to get it. I would love to have guests on there, but you know, we haven't had any yet.
Can I give you a little piece of
I
advice?
would love for you to come on.
Have a guest on and secretly have the producer start a stopwatch the minute they come on, not on the air, but just on the side, and then keep a count of who cried the quickest.
Okay, all
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Can I give you?
We're not gonna last very long.
Can I give you an idea that I had? Pete called me up one day. This is so funny because Galvin's brother, Tim, he makes some money and his friends don't. And his friends would call me like, you should get this, you should get that. And then somebody said, you should get a helicopter. And Tim said, you should get a helicopter. So now when people are like, you should get this, I go, you should get it. But Pete called me up one day and he goes, you should get this for the studio. And it was one of those punching bag machines where the punching bag comes down and you punch it, tells you how hard you hit it, you know? And I go, what am I going to do with that? And Pete's like, I don't know, but I just think it would be cool. And then I thought, what if we just kept the chart and every guest had to punch it and see? And I was like, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Instead of the golden tee.
Yeah. The golden tee's, I think, seen its day, man. The golden tee needs some work.
It got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
But that punch thing would be funny. Have you seen the drunk girls that go to do it and they completely miss and they fall?
Or they punch themselves.
Oh, I love the ones whenever people are standing there watching and they miss it and they punch them in the face. I ever tell you, there was a guy that used to come into the club all the time, and he was just drunk, and him and his brother, and they were always drunk. And he got into a fight with this guy, and they're standing face to face with each other, and the kid's brother is standing over here. And this kid goes to punch the guy that he's talking to, and the guy was just like, moved back so easily. Like he telegraphed the punch coming, and he just punched his brother and knocked him out. He knocked out his own brother. It was great.
I thought it would be cool to have that machine in here. And by the time I realized that was a good idea, it was no longer available. But I'd still be on the hunt for one of those. That'd be better. But we got to be able to do something with that golden tee. That was so much fun.
It was a blast.
And then all of a sudden, the lightning made it 3 shades too bright.
Yeah, the screen fried.
I mean, it works, but it's...
Joe and I looked at it. That machine's like 20 years old. So it's, you know.
I bought it for a couple $100.
Yeah.
But we definitely got our use out of it, Michael.
No, I liked it. We played the hell out of it.
It just needs a new monitor because that's what got fried. When
but it's like one of those big tube monitors.
Yeah, it's old school.
We might as well buy a new machine. Yeah. All right. I see where this is going.
I did
Time to do some shopping.
I did that punch thing with Gio when we were in New Orleans, and this was like right after I was doing the punch out, and I was all like, I'm gonna crush
you thought you were a
it.
boxer?
I'm gonna crush this thing. Gio,
I hit it pretty solid.
Yeah, Gio smashes it, gets like 800, 900 points. I go to hit it, totally whiffed it, 100% missed.
But it still registered like 13 points, something small.
It's like, God damn it!
I bet a guy in Sarasota he couldn't get 500 with his face, and then he did it, and then I had to go get cash to pay the guy. I was like, go ahead, stupid, do it. And he did it, and I went 480, 490. Oh, God damn it! I'm like, I gotta go to ATM.
With his face.
Yeah. Let me just tell you, I don't even know what this world is filled with crazy people. And I saw the craziest the other day on Dr. Phil.
Oh.
I love Dr. Phil. Like, I want to be his friend.
Yeah, he's not bad.
I used to hate the show. I hate his voice, Dr. Phil, But now the way he talks to people is so dismissive. I love it. And he's like, well, you're not going to talk because it's my show. And I'm like, yeah, you tell him, Dr. Phil. Yeah. But I saw a woman on there, Carmen. She was pregnant with 6 babies.
Oh.
And she's been pregnant for 3 years.
No.
No.
Science.
No.
Science is going to argue with you.
That's a dog.
Science, Galvin. How dare you? She went to a doctor and had an ultrasound done, and the doctor showed her uterus, and it was empty, but she was telling the doctor.
Is she friends with the lady who had the baby at Taco Bell and didn't even know she was pregnant?
This woman, there were 2 women on. One was having 6 babies, one was having 3 babies, and both of them have been pregnant for, one was 3 years, one was over a year. And even though the doctor is telling them that they're not pregnant and showing them their uterus, they are insisting because when they use the little Doppler thing, they can hear heartbeats. So they think that that's babies in there. Yeah, but want to know the worst part? They both got fat bellies. Like they both got pregnant looking fat bellies. And it was just so, I mean, I felt bad for them. I felt mad and then I felt bad. Like the poor girl, the daughter is in the crowd and they're like, no, Dr. Phil's like, do you think your mother's pregnant? And Lay's like, no, I have 3 kids of my own. I know how it works. You can't be pregnant for 3 years. And she's like, I know what you think, but I am. Look at my belly. And meanwhile, the whole time she's on video, like doing those little vignettes. She's burning heaters outside. And the doctor's like, I noticed she was smoking. Can you imagine being that crazy where you've convinced yourself that you're pregnant and you're pregnant with 6 babies? Like she's a puppy mother. And been pregnant for 3 years. And then she's like, well, elephants carrying for 2 years. And he's like, you are not an elephant.
I mean,
Didn't Dr. Phil have the girl with the 3 boobs? Was that on Dr. Phil?
I don't remember, but that girl was a hoax. You know what I mean? But I mean,
that girl was.
But she was trying to be a hoax.
I mean, she was totally trying to convince everybody that she had gone out of the country, and had the third boob implanted.
And we, we were all for that. We were trying to get that girl as much exposure as possible because she lived here. But this pregnancy thing, the thing with these ladies, they were genuinely nuts. And Dr. Phil took them, and they're like, this is a whatever her name was. She's a gynecologist. She's delivered over 8,000 babies in the last couple of years, and she's gonna take in. And they were like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't believe what she said because I don't know. Can you imagine being in that family? Can you imagine?
Like, what kind of mental illness is that?
Right, and like everything else about them seemed normal, not good, but normal.
Right. What is that delusion? Maybe she had like a miscarriage or something, and that set her off.
Well, he did ask that. He was like, what kind of trauma have you had? But
where were the fathers?
That's what I was. They both had husbands.
Yeah.
And the husbands were not on the show.
It's too bad.
Surprisingly, the husbands wanted nothing to do with the show.
Maybe those babies are different husbands.
I can't imagine what it would take. I mean, now I'm a fan, so maybe if it was something radio related or whatever, but I can't imagine what it would take for me to go on Dr. Phil to fix something in my family.
Oh, man.
I mean, that would be insane. Like, who?
Because you don't get paid to go on, right?
I think you do, but I think it's a very small amount of money. And some people are doing it for the trip to LA or wherever they tape, But I mean, I don't think that there's any, like, how bad would things have to be where I was like, well, maybe Dr. Phil could help us. That seems insane to me.
Yeah, all of those things are insane. Like if you're going to court with Judge Joe Brown or whoever.
But can I tell you about that though? So my wife's friend Lisa.
Yeah,
she had a problem with her pool company, and they called her, and it's a lawsuit now. They're going to the court. And they called her up from one of those judge shows because she lives in New Jersey, and they said, "Hey, we want to bring you on the show, and no matter what happens at the end of it, we'll pay you for your the money you're suing the pool company for." And she turned it down; she didn't want to do it. But I know, like in those situations, everybody's like, "Well, now me and Spanish go to court. Spanish is gonna have to pay me $10,000." Spanish is like, "Well, I won't have to pay it now. The judge show is gonna pay it." So yeah, I would definitely go on one of those shows. But I'm just saying, like, for the help, like, how bad does it have to get at home before? First, you start with sad weirdos, you call them, and then if they don't answer, then you're like,
they can't do anything for you.
Yeah. I don't think anyone that's going on those shows actually wants their problems to be solved or fixed.
They just want to be Catch Me Outside. They want to be the next Catch Me Outside.
If you really want your problem fixed, you would actually go seek a real therapist or something.
But I mean, also he does have amazing resources because when you have a drug addicted kid, and at the end of the show, Dr. Phil's like, "I'm gonna send you to this."
Yeah, they send them to those sleeping farms where they rape the kids.
Oh God!
Oh, let's just say that's Carmen's opinion, and I don't want to have anything to do with that.
Okay, I'm just saying. Well, that is what the Catch Me Outside girl said. Is they send them to these rehab centers, and that's where they traffic these children. And you think it's a celebrity, and it's all through the television show and stuff. And it's like it's something saddle, like sad. Like that, and this is all coming from the Catch Me Outside girl, and she said
who's a multimillionaire now,
right?
Yeah,
very reliable.
Well, look, she got it. She threw in everybody's face.
She did it right.
She was catchman. She came up with her own catchphrase.
Yeah.
She was the first one to figure it out. Yep. She was the first one. There was a lot of people that went on Survivor and Johnny Fairplay and these different people that tried to do, I'm going to do this and become famous, and then you get Powerbomb by Danny Bonaducci. But she was the first one who was like, all right, I'm 17 or whatever, and guys are going to want to look at me because I have big giant boobs and I talk like I'm from the streets, So,
and I'm a rapper.
Now I'm a rapper, and I'll have my fake name and this, that, and then her OnlyFans, where she doesn't show anything.
Yeah.
And she's making millions of dollars is crazy to me.
That is insane.
Yeah.
And is anybody else is not impressed with this girl on the internet talking about spitting on the D?
Huck to her?
Yeah.
Huck to her, girl.
So over that.
I mean, cute, funny that she said it, you know what I mean? But nothing about it makes me want to watch it again or talk to my friends about it.
People think it's like the greatest thing.
Well, it's because no one knows who she is.
Oh, they
Yeah.
found her.
They found her.
No, they think they have.
No,
But
she already signed an endorsement deal.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Everything that I said, it was said that it hasn't been confirmed.
There was
Yeah.
another
It looks like
girl-
someone.
So there's two different things.
Yeah.
There's one girl that was already kind of internet famous, whatever, but she said that it wasn't her. But then I
Right.
guess she took down all of her social media,
Yeah.
and they had a picture of her, and it was the same girl, same earrings
Earrings,
and everything. But then now they're saying that this girl was a preschool teacher, and her preschool found out, and they fired her, and da da da. And who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows if any of it's true? And who cares?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I was like, there's nothing amazing in this video. I'm like,
No.
this is a cute girl that said something silly, dumb, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand what
We
the,
hate it because everybody loves it.
yeah.
I don't even hate
it
it. I
is
just don't.
everywhere.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely everywhere. And my favorite are all the, it's bringing out all the Iron Sheik, the
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
Hawk Tuas.
Just
Iron
wait
Sheik.
till fantasy football comes around and every team is called
Yeah.
the Hawk Tuas.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Hawk to us.
Yeah. Like, it's going to be the #1 fantasy football name.
Well, you're all uncreative, unimaginative idiots.
Yeah.
But
You're all
just-
sad
Don't hate
weirdos.
her.
Can we all-
Don't hate
I don't
it.
hate her.
Yeah.
Can we all just agree that this is the new version of "What's up"? You know what I mean? Like that's the exact same. Spanish still loves it.
Dude, there was so much anger behind it.
Yeah, I know. I just it blows my
Oh,
mind that
yeah.
it's that interesting to so many people.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's weird. But, you know.
That's viral fame.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was before that. It was the Chick-fil-A girl with the lemonade, and
I
then
forgot about that.
yeah, and now this.
God, she tried her hardest to be famous, so she had the stupid face that she was doing and stuff, and then it turns out she's not like bad looking. She's doing a weird face, whatever.
Yeah.
So then she does the dumb face and does the makeup and pops up, and you're like, "Oh, the Chick-fil-A girl's hot." All right, relax. Then she's doing like dances and stuff.
I am
and
so
you're like,
glad I don't even know who the Chick-fil-A girl
Oh,
is.
yeah.
That one got past me.
I bet you if you saw it, I mean, it was everywhere. The girl
Yeah.
that was like, she looked like a duck at Chick-fil-A.
She did a face like this.
Yeah, she's like, you want lemonade?
Yeah.
None of this rings a bell to me. I would tell you. I'd be like, oh yeah.
I've never seen this either.
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
I,
man.
mean,
Yeah.
I bet you have, and you just don't
Or
realize.
you probably just skipped
Scroll
over it.
through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was getting it all the time.
That's funny, man. I watch a lot of videos. I like to thumb through and see all the good stuff. And
Yeah.
it really is amazes me how this society has declined, and it has it all on video.
Yeah.
But my favorite is the girl who doesn't even do anything. She just rolls her eyeballs and makes faces to the music, and I go, "What is this? What is this? The dumbest?" And then I'm watching 6 of her videos
Yeah.
and following her. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even understand. I'm not even attracted to her. What are we doing here?
Have you seen 86 Hands?
No.
It's this guy who's got like chicken wings for arms, and he's got these little.
By the way,
fingers.
I'm in already. Go ahead.
And all he does is like fast food reviews, but then he takes his like dead finger, and, like smacks the food.
Oh,
Yeah,
For
God.
some reason,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
so
that I like.
Yeah.
it's so weird. But I watch it all the time.
Is he the one who has a hard time opening everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
like
know a
that guy.
fat guy with short arms who does food reviews. Yeah.
He's like. One of my commenters wanted me to open a banana today, so I'm going to do that. And he's like, with his little
Oh, with his little
arms,
tiny little grub hands.
and he opens it up, and like he gets like an order, like a fast food order, and he's like, "Oh, I got the new Wendy's chicken sauce nugs," and you think there's no way
Yeah.
he's going to be able to eat this,
Yeah.
and he eats it with no problem. with his
problems,
little
yeah.
chicken legs,
Spanish
arms.
Can you give me the update of what I missed while I was out for Sporkle?
Oh, for Sporkle? Yes, Michael. I know Galvin won yesterday.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. We didn't play Sporkle with Ian. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Ian was here. Okay, all right,
Yeah, so
good.
that's
So
it,
we're
yeah.
not too far behind.
He does have his rules still in effect.
I do.
So yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna play. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away when we come back, and we will get into Sporkle next. It's the Mike Calta Show. Cory Feldman on the show today. Is that real? Is that going to happen?
Is he?
Is he? We'll see. Cory Feldman on the show today, and we had to move Don because of Cory. Very similar guest.
Yeah.
With different. Cory Feldman wants an office. if he
Yeah,
comes
that's
in
right, I
here.
heard.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. We'll have him coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, but Sporkle's next on 102.5 The Bone. I'd like to take a second, Galvin, to get the attention of Tampa Bay and say happy birthday to Love Tiger. Love
Very
Tiger.
nice.
Love Tiger.
Happy
turning
birthday.
54 today.
Happy birthday.
54.
54.
Oh.
Oh, I have hiccups. 54 years old. And let me tell you, there is, I have updates galore and then what the madness that is Love Tiger's house.
Oh, boy.
We'll get into that a little later. Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
We have a bunch of stuff. So we have tickets for the Doobie Brothers, New Kids on the Block, 30 Seconds to Mars, Monster Jam, and Michael Carbonaro.
Michael Carbonaro is a magician that is on TV. And a lot of times magicians on TV stink because I could be a magician on TV. I go, look, here is my house. And I'm going to make it disappear. And then I go, all right, pause the camera, turn the cameras around, make nothing behind me. And they're like, But I saw Michael Carbonaro live, and it was really good. Not only was his live magic good, but they show videos on the screen that are pretty funny. And I enjoyed that show. So I'm not going this time, but we have tickets to give away for that.
I love the people's reaction. Like when he's in the supermarket and their groceries or something, and they're all like, "What?"
Yeah, he's pretty interesting. I haven't seen him on TV in a while. He used to be on after Impractical Jokers. That's how he got in.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a good show. All right, let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Oh man!
For some reason, we're hearing a lot of like digital delay. Like it's like
dropping out.
Artifacting.
Okay.
What is Joe?
Artifacting.
It's artifacting.
Artifacting.
Yep.
Did you guys reset?
No, we'll do it during the break.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
All
Well,
right.
yeah. During the break, please.
Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin, the current champ with a rule enforced in place. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right. Today we're going to be playing Missing C acronyms. Can you name the C word to complete these abbreviations?
Oh, man.
I know one
Gonna-
C word.
Wait a minute.
What day is it today?
All right. Your first one. CPK. Pizza Kitchen.
California.
Mike. FYC.
Center.
Fine Young.
Catapult.
Mike Calta. NASCAR. National Association. Mike Calta.
What is happening?
TLC.
Care.
Care is what I was looking for. Pap.
Spanish.
Oh, he said loving care.
I did.
Okay, I couldn't tell what you were saying.
That's all right.
I'm going to need integrity on this. I don't know
It
what
was
the
not
answers
me.
are.
I mean, I answered. I said care.
Too.
Galvin. I didn't hear you, Michael.
Yeah.
I heard these two.
Galvin gets a point.
I love it.
CLM.
Mayonnaise.
No, looking for
word.
the C word.
Sorry.
Limiting move.
Collateral.
Coins.
Career. Limiting move.
Joe just did that.
Yeah.
I know.
CST.
Central.
Oh.
Geo. MC.
What? Say
Do
it
it
again.
again. Yeah.
MC.
Ceremonies.
Mike Calta.
Calvin. PEBCAC. Problem exists between and keyboard.
Computer.
Nope.
Oh.
What? I don't even know what it is. What did she say?
PEBCAC. Problem exists between blank and keyboard.
I know
Computer?
that is. He already said that.
Just
Can I guess?
yeah.
Console.
No.
Oh.
I was looking for chair. It means when there's user error, basically.
Like that's engineering jokes.
Yes. FOC.
Federal.
Free of.
Charge.
Oh, it's C.
Geo, I still don't think you get this.
I don't know what's going on.
Spanish gets the point.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Your next one. IRC. Internet relay.
Connection.
Connectivity.
IRC.
Change.
I was looking for chat. KFC.
Chicken.
Galvin.
Did you say oh no before you said
yeah. CEO.
Chief.
Spanish.
That was GL.
Yeah, thank you.
Gio gets the point.
Integrity.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
RHC.
Chili.
Say it again.
Chili is correct.
Oh,
Mike.
I didn't hear that part.
yeah.
And Pep, we're halfway there.
Spanish has a single point on the board. Gio doubling that with 2.
Yeah.
Galvin has 3, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 4.
Oh.
All right. This must be a new one from the kids, guys. It's a long one.
All right.
ROFLOLTSDMC.
Chair.
Rolling on floor, laughing out loud, tears streaming down my
Cheeks.
cheeks. Pep.
What? You can't.
I
You
said-
can't apply
I said cheeks.
So did I.
Well,
but I didn't
All
go.
3 of you said cheeks.
I didn't go like this. To try and get
No,
into
Gio did
the.
not say cheeks.
I said chin.
I said cheeks.
Well, which one of us did it, Joe?
You did.
Yeah.
Spanish gets the point.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Wow.
Don't you
Why would you be
apologize.
sorry? Why would you be sorry?
Yeah, if you know the call.
Integrity.
You're sorry for integrity?
I don't
Yes, I
think
am.
Joe knows what the word integrity
No,
means.
yeah. I don't think he knows what the word judge means.
Yeah.
Joe, you know what I have to say to that?
Sorry, I was
The
excited.
dance.
So
No, we weren't
I-
excited. That
I'm
was
just-
before the you were
I'm just making
campaigning for it.
Yeah, so we answer and then we raise our hand to
Yeah.
Integrity.
Joe? Yeah.
All right. Missing C acronyms. Here we go. FC.
Club.
Galvin Football Club.
Yeah, oh, I know. I was at Pico Soccer last week. I know what's going on.
UPC.
Code.
Computer.
Code. Mike Calta.
Very nice.
I don't know what that is.
That's integrity.
Okay.
It's integrity or the gopher dancing from Caddyshack.
Yeah.
CSV.
Convenient.
Separated value.
Consumer.
Controlled.
Component.
No. Comma. Separated value.
I got to be honest with you. In your first order, I thought you meant CVS.
Yeah.
CE.
Dude, say it again.
BCE. Before the era.
Christ.
Certain.
Before the blank era.
Common.
Geo.
Oh,
Integrity.
you didn't even do any dances
No
or anything.
dance.
No dance. Got to do the dance.
CD.
Compact.
Mike Calta. LLC.
Company.
Corporation.
Oh.
Company.
Yeah.
Geo. You
right.
gave it up. CGI.
Computer.
Computer.
Galvin.
You sure it wasn't computer? Like Spanish then?
I'm pretty sure. AFAIC. As far as I'm
Considered.
No.
Concerned.
Concerned. That's what I meant to
Thank you.
say.
concerned.
Thank you for the assist.
Doesn't make any sense. As far as I'm considered.
TOC. Table of
Content.
Contents.
contents is what's on the paper.
Oh!
There's a dance. There's a dance. Okay.
Spanish.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh,
Yeah, because of you.
That
You
was-
woke,
that
you
was
woke
on
a
the paper.
giant. You woke a giant.
QC. Quality.
Control.
Mike. PC.
Correctness.
Politically.
Correct.
Galvin. And Pap. We're on the last 3.
Spanish has 3 points on the board. Gio has 4. Galvin with 6, and Michael is still your leader right now. He's winning with 8.
Oh,
Nice. That's a good dance.
All right. Missing C acronyms. Last 3. Here we go. TCO. Total of ownership.
Control.
Total blank of ownership.
Contract.
When Galvin gets one wrong, he turns to that guy that was after. What's the guy whose arms extended? The cartoon.
Oh,
Superman?
No, his arms.
Inspector Gadget.
No, yeah, Inspector. You're like the guy who was after Inspector Gadget. Oh, damn it, Galvin's like, damn it.
Company.
Cost.
Oh.
Total cost of ownership.
I didn't. But, no.
No point. Yeah, nope, you're gone. You're wrong. OTC.
Counter.
We know it.
And your last one. OPEC.
Ocean.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
The C word still. Organization of the Petroleum Exporting.
I got this one.
Company.
Chandler.
Compost.
Country.
Countries.
Countries.
You did good.
Whatevs.
Mayonnaise.
Idiot. Oh my God.
Man, this has been my favorite answer today. Final score?
Hold it.
Hold
Oh,
it.
gee.
Hold it.
What?
Had one job.
Your final score: Spanish and Gio both had 4 points. Galvin with 6, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 8.
9.
No, you got the last one wrong.
No, wrong.
Oh, I did get the last one wrong. You're right. Sorry. My apologies, Joe.
Well, if you dance, I'll up it to 9.
No, I will not do the dance.
Integrity.
I am not here for your.
He said dance.
He meant like I'm a monkey.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Dance for me.
Congratulations to line 1. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, how are you? It's Craig.
Craig, you're the big winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break and we'll hook you up. Okay, buddy?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, we have Wiki Whack, Smashing Rats, and Pin 'em Down.
Oh, smashing rats.
Yeah.
All right, good. Galvin, as your news, we'll take a quick break, dive right into that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. Cory Feldman due on the show in the 9 o'clock hour. Due, as I say, because who knows? This is 102.5 The Bone. I'm hoping to talk to Love Tiger at some point today about the problems that he had in his house.
I heard, and I don't know whether this is true, that they're going to bake a cake with his foot in it. Is that true?
And, I mean, I can't see what that would help or hurt.
And then you
at
can
this
light the
point.
toenails and blow make a wish. Spanish is about to puke.
Yes.
He's got to puke. Do it.
Yeah, Love Tiger had no running water in his house.
Oh my God.
And they couldn't use the toilet. They had to go to the CVS when they had to poop, and they had to pee into the bathtub.
Yeah.
Which I didn't quite consider how his mother was doing that. She's squatting over the side. Anyway, and Tom went over there, and him and his son-in-law, and I think they got the water running at least in the shower, so that you could take showers and flush. I guess I don't know. That would be.
They weren't taking showers?
Oh,
They haven't had
come on,
water in
Carmen.
for months.
Come on, Carmen.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know what that means for. Like, they haven't had water in the house in months, and it's not because they're not paying the bill. It's because they had plumbing issues, or whatever.
Oh.
The pool, Big Kahuna Pools, and another pool company have been going out there, and Big Kahuna is like, listen, there's people we could help, and there's people that are far beyond help. Big Kahuna was like, we'll donate a pool pump and all this stuff, but they were like, somebody has to.
Yeah.
This thing is it's got the swamp in there, you know. So
Definitely bog like.
yeah. So I don't know really where that stands, but hey, happy birthday, Love Tiger.
Yeah. 54, and your toilets don't work.
Hell yeah.
I feel bad. I feel like he's trapped because for years that I've known him, I've been putting him on the radio and talking to him for years, and for years he's lived in dorms, and now I get it. The dorm life was probably so awesome to him.
Yeah.
To be able to live in a place that's running water and food.
Right,
and,
that he didn't have to worry about
Yeah.
doing anything.
Not
Yeah.
getting beat up by his younger brother.
Yeah, or his older brother.
Or
His
his
two
older
brothers,
brother.
Bobby Tiger and Brian Tiger.
Has
Only
Love
one
Tiger ever had a job?
Well, I mean, he was a DJ at USF.
Oh,
for years,
yeah.
yeah.
Radio.
I figured that was more of a, path
I
to
don't.
love.
I don't know Love Tiger's mental capacity for a job.
Mhm.
I don't know that he can do it. Not that he's special needs, but he definitely has. He's got some
Yeah.
Yeah.
slow issues,
Mhm.
and I don't know what he can do for a job. If he, I think he probably would if given the opportunity. We did offer him a job one time, and negotiated a salary.
Negotiated his contract, his salary. It was great. I forget what exactly it was, but I think it wound up being like 80 cents a day, whatever. Because we were like, we want you to be the announcer for the show. So you'll be here and you'll announce everything whenever we do any of this stuff, whatever. And how much would you want for the entire year? And he goes, I think he started higher and then went lower. He was like, $800, no, $300. And we're like, deal.
Yeah. And I was down to pay it. So, but then he did it for like 2 days and then quit. So yeah,
Not cool.
It was not, well, it's not for everybody. And now he's a superstar, home in the 80s or 70s or whatever it's called.
Whatever he does.
What else? There's something else I didn't tell you about. Oh, I was out, but did you guys talk about the death of the great rapper Julio Fulio?
Oh,
we did,
Julio,
yes.
Julio.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Julio Fulio seemed like a young gentleman. He was only like 25 or
I
something.
mean, somebody that my son knows. I knew the minute they said underground rapper, I was like, it was somebody.
It was funny because we brought that up because we were saying, just because we don't know him doesn't necessarily mean that he's not famous. We looked on his Instagram. He has over 1 million followers on Instagram. And I said, too bad we're not over at Mike's. We definitely could talk to Mike's son. I'm sure he would know who he was.
I went to my son the next day and I go, did you know Mr. Fulio? And he goes, I did. I go, my condolences. He said, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you know Mr.
Did you know Mr. Fulio?
I said, your name's going to be Julia Gulia.
I thought that was about Julio Fulio.
Yeah,
There you go.
But you look at him and he's just a young kid.
I know.
And he was celebrating his birthday and stuff. Ugh. I said, how does that go down, where you're having a party and somebody's there that you don't know and you're like, hey, you got to leave, and then you wind up getting shot?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether that's the incident, how exactly it went down, but who knows? It's just like, you don't fist fight anymore?
Yeah, right?
We had a party at my friend DJ and Frankie, their brothers. We had a party at their house while their parents were in Hawaii. So we had a what do you call a party? What's a Hawaiian party called?
Luau.
Luau. Thank you. Couldn't get it out. We had
Fulio,
I think they call it. We had a luau party at their house. So I got to the party late, and when I got there, I was in the kitchen talking to this Asian dude, and this Asian dude was cutting pineapples with this giant knife. And I walked outside, and I was like, "Hey, sorry I'm late." And they're like, "Hey, no problem. Who's your friend?" And I'm like, "Who?" And they're like, "Oh, the Asian dude." I go, "How's he my friend?" And they're like, "You were just talking to him." I'm like, "I just got here. He was already here." And they're like, "Nobody knows who he is." And the guy was there, and no one knows how he got there. To this day, we can't figure out how he got there, but slices his hand open while he's cutting the pineapples.
Oh, boy.
So then we had to wrap this guy's hand up in like a thing, and then nobody cares if he lives or dies because nobody knows who it is. So he's like hanging out at the party with this bandage on his hand, and we're like, all right, whatever, it is what it is. And that was the whole thing. And now to this day, everybody's like, well, you brought that guy. I'm like, I did not bring that guy. I got there and he was cutting pineapples in the kitchen. I don't know who he is.
You brought him.
No, I did not.
I believe you brought
I mean,
him.
did I go to Wohop and not know it and just grab a guy? Or
Come with
party
me.
tonight with me? Yeah.
Come with me.
Luau tonight, man.
I don't know. I watched a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm in the last couple of days.
Great
My
show.
God, that show. It's so funny.
I feel like it kind of towards the end.
Yeah.
they went too far, too
Yeah.
much.
I'm just popping in and out.
Yeah.
I'm just popping in and out.
Overall,
of episodes.
fantastic.
That's the problem. If you watch it all the way through, you see how it just said, we got to up the game. We got to do something.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's no way that, but it's also a TV show. But also there is a few things where I'm like, all right, now you're getting political. It's like, ugh, just be funny. And there's a lot of episodes that are hilarious, that are really, really good.
It's really a funny show, and it makes Seinfeld funnier to me now because I see George as Larry, when he
Which
does it.
George, so funny, didn't know that he was playing Larry
Yeah.
in Seinfeld until like later on. He was like,
Oh,
this would
really?
never happen. And Larry goes, no, that happened to me. This is exactly how I did it. And he was like, oh, you realized that he was playing him. By the way, did you see Seinfeld where the protesters are yelling at him? Did you see him coming back at him? The one guy, he was like, oh, you solved it. You solved the Middle East at a comedy show, this, that. And then the other one, he goes, you guys are so dumb. You keep giving Jews more money. You gave me money to come in here. Yeah.
It was so funny. I was listening to Bobby on the bonfire, and they were talking about that, and he goes, "Did you see Hamas with Seinfeld?" And they're like the Hamas supporters, and he goes, "I don't know. The way you said it was like Hamas came there themselves, all of Hamas." He goes, "Well, it is Seinfeld. You need to bring you need to bring Hamas there." Evidently, so Bobby does a show called The Bonfire that's on Sirius XM every day with him and Big J Okerson, and we love Big J. He's been on the show a bunch of times. evidently there's some heat between Big J and Cory Feldman.
Oh,
They were friends, and now they're not. And Jay thinks he did something wrong. I got to ask Cory Feldman.
hell
about that.
yeah.
I'm gonna try and fix the problem.
Oh,
and
yeah.
mend the fences. All right, it is time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I will take anybody's advice on what to do for dry beard. I cannot get my beard to not look like it snowed on my shirt.
Beard oil.
yeah. I was gonna say,
use
talk
beard
to.
oil, Lubriderm.
Doesn't John Senning have? I think he has like some endorsements or something.
I
But
think his thing is to make his big beard soft. You know,
well,
I
Right,
could be
that-
wrong.
Yeah, because you need to condition it.
I got nothing. I do. Listen, I wash it with shampoo and conditioner in the shower like I would my hair. Right?
That?
Huh?
That's wrong.
It is.
Yeah,
because your face has
Dry it out.
oil.
Very wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're drying it out and doing that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
When
well,
I
maybe
was-
that's the problem.
when-
You
Yeah,
just fixed
stop
it. Thank
doing-
you.
When
Yeah,
I was
stop doing that.
when I was going through all my skin stuff, and last year, they said that a big part of it is hydration level, how hydrated you are.
Yeah.
And if you're dehydrated, you'll see it in weird areas of your
No.
body rather than just on your scalp.
It's
Because I get it too in my beard.
Yeah, it's just my beard. It's grossing
It's like
me out.
beard dandruff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so gross. I used to go to school with this kid who had dandruff in his eyebrows. That was the
Oh,
most
That's
disgusting
right.
I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
yeah,
But this
That's
is second. to
yeah.
that.
Because we're dehydrated. Because
Oh.
we drink the coffees.
Joe,
Yeah,
get some water.
yeah.
All right.
Also, your beard is weird. Let's talk about it.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. 4th of July is coming up. Guess what? Pelt Shoes has their big 4th of July annual clearance sale going on. So all weekend long for 4th of July, Pelt Shoes will have clearance and markdowns on all of your favorite shoe brands. They've got, you need some new flip-flops, some new dress shoes, athletic shoes, comfort shoes. They have them all right there ready to go for you. Pelt has them all for their big 4th of July sale. It is happening all 4th of July weekend long. 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. And really, what could be more American than going in to Pelt Shoes and saying, give them a salute and go, Calvin.
USA.
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 Oh.
Is anybody familiar with Caribou Coffee?
Caribou coffee,
heard-
where
Do
they
you know this,
squeeze
Gio?
the caribou. And
Yes, I've heard of
dude.
Caribou.
They're opening on
Right there,
Collier
Collier.
54.
Yeah.
Across from the OG Starbucks.
Yes.
Oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, so now you just name your thing after some sort of animal: white duck, caribou,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know what that's
kitty
about.
cat
but-
coffee.
Yeah,
Kitty cat.
I saw the buildings going up.
Oh.
I would like some creamer.
Kitty cat coffee is fantastic. What do we have in news?
A plane carrying Julian Assange landed Tuesday in Bangkok. I know that it's Tuesday, but it's different. Because
Landed
it's
earlier.
Bangkok, yeah. For refueling, as the WikiLeaks founder was on his way to enter a plea deal with the U.S. government that will free him and resolve the legal case that spanned years and continents over the. Continents? I don't know. Over the it was. I think
That's all right.
I think I cut it and did something there. Over the publication of a trove of classified documents, a chartered flight from London that Assange's wife Stella confirmed was carrying her husband landed at Danyang International Airport. Officials there told the Associated Press the plane was scheduled to continue on to U.S. Commonwealth in the Pacific, where Assange is expected to appear in court on Wednesday. He's expected to plead guilty to Espionage Act charge of conspiring to unlawfully obtain and disseminate classified national defense information, according to the U.S. Justice Department in
That
a
would make me
letter filed
nervous.
in court.
That would make me nervous.
Right.
They're
What do
like,
you
guilty,
go-
and they're like, aha! Now
Gotcha.
you
Yeah.
gotta. Julian Assange first came out when I was on the country station, so that was before Joey was born. So we're talking, 20 years ago, and I was like, "How dare he? How dare he take government? This is none of his business." And and have we learned over the years more what a hero that guy was than anything else, and how our eyes were open to so many things because of those WikiLeaks documents. And how any claims, any ideas that we had about the government were all just laid out for us in black and white right there. And we were like,
Yeah.
And how much stuff the government was doing that we didn't realize that they were doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And
Yeah.
now you go, oh, well,
and
know
things
what
that we assumed that were happening, but we weren't really sure, and nobody
Right.
could prove.
Yeah.
There it was, right there.
Yeah.
And I felt betrayed, like everybody else. And then Julian Assange has to go into hiding for 20 years. And do his balcony press conferences and all that stuff. So
every time he flies on a plane, I imagine he's terrified.
Oh, if you're on a plane and he's on it, you're the flight attendant. Like all you do is private flights for the government. We're taking this guy from here to here. You're like,
not this.
Get off the plane. Get off.
You get on the plane, you're putting your stuff in the overhead, and you go, "Oh, you know what? I get to catch the next one. I think."
Sorry.
Oh my God.
DC villain. I ain't gonna be on the plane with you.
The Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions for the first time, and they took about the hardest path possible to get the title. They won the first 3 and then lost 3 in a row, so Game 7 was a big deal. Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe scored goals. Bobrovsky made 23 saves, and the Panthers beat Edmonton Oilers 2-1 last night in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. It was the third title round appearance for Florida's 30-year history. It was they were swept in 1996 by Colorado and routed 4-1 by Las Vegas last season. Here was the final call of last night's game.
Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would 3 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
And then they threw rats out on the ice.
Yeah, I was happy for them. I just was a lot of stories in this. I mean, Edmonton hadn't won in 33 years, or Canada hasn't won in 30 years, and it would have been fine to see Canada win, but nice for it to stay in the USA, to go to a Florida team,
And
a
Florida,
team that never won before.
They're saying the last time a team had come back from down 3 was like the 40s, like 1942 or something.
I think what happened is that I think that Bobrovsky was the key, is because he was so strong in the playoffs and he came out so strong, and then they figured him out, and they figured out how to beat him. And then when they figured out how to beat him, they had to make the final adjustments the Panthers did, and their defense played so strong to help them out that it worked. But yesterday, the minute that the Oilers scored the first goal, I was like, "See, they got him, man. They already figured him out. They got him."
It seemed like the pressure was all on Florida, and it seemed like Edmonton was controlling most of the game. To me,
yes,
but Florida scored first.
Yeah,
Florida scored first, and then Edmonton, and then Florida again.
Yeah. But it was just such a quick turnaround. You know what I mean?
Well, Florida scored, and then Edmonton scored like 2 minutes later, which they've been doing the entire series. It's crazy how fast, because there was one, I think, that Florida scored and Edmonton scored like 10 seconds later, and you're like, what? How fast are you guys getting?
What a great series. What a great final game last night. I mean, we really had no skin in the game as far as who won, other than the fact that it would come back here to Florida. But
Stanley gets another 10.
Oh, dude, I was laying in bed last night thinking about that. Whoever came up with that needs to be punched in the face.
It's out there today.
Well, that's great. And they keep on showing the guy with the cup who we met, and he was in the studio and stuff. And I'm like, I go, why don't you rub it down with your hair, you weirdo? I go, by the way, you have a 5-year-old's haircut.
Did you see what he did to have? He has all the white gloves from each series. I thought that was pretty cool.
They've showed that montage every game, and I'm like, all right, we get it. Harry's got the gloves.
Listen, the minute that the game is winding down and he takes it out of the box and starts shining it up, that's his whole year right there.
But he's such a weird looking dude. What a
it's very Canadian.
What a gig to have. That's what you do for a living.
I mean, what does he get paid?
I mean,
and now he has to travel with the Panthers. He has to go.
But I mean, if you're a big hockey guy, you're in the NHL, you're working around the players. It's like what?
I bet he's making pretty good money, and all his accommodations are covered and everything. So
but a lot of times they'll tell you, well, we're paying for your travel and we're paying for your accommodation, so it's a $30,000 a year job, and but we give you money for food.
I bet you makes more than that. And if you're a hockey fan, you get the everybody knows access to everything. Yeah. So, some of those hot hockey girls are like, "Can I see the cup? Maybe we can work something out."
Yeah.
Can you give me haircuts first?
I thought something else.
No. His hair is just it's very Canadian.
Oh, yeah. It looks like he combs it with a balloon. Yeah. It's weird. Hooters is the latest casual dining chain to announce it's closing a select number of locations nationwide. In a statement, they said, like many restaurants under pressure from current market condition, Hooters has made the difficult decision to close a select number of underperforming stores, ensuring the well-being of our staff is a priority in these rare instances. That's according to the company. It looks like in Florida, they're only closing Gainesville store, South Lakeland, Orange Park, and West Palm Beach.
So as far as I know, there's 2 in Lakeland.
I don't know.
There's the one on the highway that seems like it thrives.
It says
the
South
weird one.
Lakeland, so I don't know.
That Lakeland's like the one with tile floor and stuff. It's a weird.
Oh yeah,
That one in Lakeland, do you remember? It was at one point it was a Hooters hotel. The entire hotel
yes.
was
What?
Hooters
Ah.
themed with the restaurant down at the bottom, and
Yeah.
then eventually they got rid of the hotel and just left the
Yeah,
building.
because I think that was one of the first ones that was not an original Hooters. It was like
Yeah.
a Hooters of America.
Yeah.
So those are the only ones in Florida. Alabama has a couple. Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia.
They didn't-
all have multiple ones.
They didn't close the one in Columbia, did they?
Columbia does not look like
Oh,
it. no.
good. That one
No.
is wow.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Bro.
Yeah.
Next level.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Gainesville. What's up, Gators? You let a Hooters go?
Not cool,
Yeah.
guys. You know?
How's that happen?
Yeah.
If Trump tells me that he can save the Hooters, you got my vote.
You guys
Oh,
100%,
really?
you're in?
All right.
I want to hear that.
That's all it takes.
If he works that into the
Thursday?
speech, yeah.
Yeah.
If he's like, listen, we're losing Hooters.
Yeah. You got me.
Biden is such a bad president. The economy is so bad that Hooters is
Yeah.
It's
closing.
closing.
Yeah. That's
Rock
changing
bottom.
votes right there.
I went into Hooters. I said, wow, this is a beautiful Hooters.
There is a picture of him with Hooters girls in the
Oh,
Hooters.
I'm
Hell
sure.
yeah.
I'm
Hell
sure.
yeah.
He used to always do those Hawaiian Tropic volleyball tournaments and stuff. Have you ever
man.
seen that video of him out there playing?
Playing, yeah.
Yeah, he's got like khakis on and golf shirt, and he's all
Diving.
faced. Yeah.
Diving, yeah.
Going after it.
I love it.
For the first time in 13 years, Red Bull Flugtag will return to Tampa Bay. The high-flying event will take place in front of the Tampa Convention Center on Saturday, November 9th. Flugtag, meaning flying day in German, is a competition where crews get to pilot homemade flying machines off the end of a 27-foot tall flight deck in front of thousands of spectators. Spanish. Will you go back for the return? Because you did it before, right?
I did, yeah. The last time it was here,
Did
I
you
almost
fly
drowned.
in it?
No.
But I mean, who
fell?
built the
Yeah.
machine that you went down in?
I believe it was Circle K did.
Okay.
Because it was like a cup with wings, if I'm
remember,
remembering
yeah.
correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a like a canopy that was over it that before, I'm not an engineer.
You're not an engineer.
Right.
Okay.
And before we went over there, I was like, can we please take that off? Because if it went, because everybody's thing was just falling straight down.
Yeah.
And I was like, if it falls straight down, when I go to get up, I'm
won't
not going
get out.
to. Yeah. And I got stuck in there and I cut my arm. And I had to.
Really?
Yeah. It was bad. Yeah. I remember, Julie. Yeah. There it is. There.
That's a
up
big
there.
drop off.
It was. And the day that we went out there, they had super high winds and they had to pause the Flugtag for like a half hour.
yeah?
And pulled all the pilots into a room and was like, you're doing it at your own risk.
pilots.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At your own risk?
Kayla Antonio was there too, doing it with me. I remember, we were both in the room and they were like, you're now going to be doing this at your own risk because the winds are too high from what we can safely advise.
Who did you say
Yeah.
was doing it with you?
Kayla Antonio?
Who is that?
She's a girl that we know that she was doing it, I think, for another company. She was another pilot that brought us all into the
I don't
room.
know. You said it like it was somebody.
I know her.
Yeah, but I didn't know whether it was a sports person or
No,
something.
no, no.
And then I thought you meant Kayla that used to work here and some guy named Antonio. And I was like, I don't know
Yeah,
who
no.
are these people?
I would do it if I didn't have to pilot the craft. I would be one of the guys that pushes it off. I would do that.
That's
seems
not
fun.
doing it
Yeah,
then.
the piloting the craft was the most terrifying. I'm already afraid of heights.
By the way, you don't have to. Nobody's asking you. I was
Yeah.
just
Oh, thank God.
curious because I know that you did it before.
Yeah.
you
You
know,
You should
so-
do it.
No, I know.
Redemption is.
That was like when I got to rappel off the Bank of America building in St. Pete, and they were like, "It'll take you 20 minutes to get down." An hour and a half later, I was too
Ross
scared.
Reback taught me the best lesson ever. He said, sometimes the best deals are the ones you say no to.
Oh,
I'm like, I'm not climbing down a building. Stupid Jerry, the sales guy, was like, we're going to put you in one of those cigarette boats that go 200 miles an hour. I go, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to
Well,
that.
the other guy that wanted to put you in the monster truck thing.
Yeah, a school bus for demolition derby. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
You know what you should do? I mean, totally against the rules, but it would be awesome. You're not going to win, but it'd be cool. Is get with Elliot and have the drones
Dude.
underneath the thing, and then as you go off, just hit it and, and just fly away and be like, "Later, suckers!"
I would love to do that.
I remember there was only one guy that got it to actually fly out,
Yeah.
and he had big wings. And the whole
Wings.
thing. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
there was like probably 50 crafts.
Yeah, I
and
think most
one
people
person-
are doing it just to be like,
Yeah.
hey, here's our stupid craft.
Yep.
Come
Yeah.
in. You're like,
When
Circle
is this?
K. It's an advertisement for him.
When is
November,
it?
I think.
And November 9th.
Yeah, when it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
I have no interest in flying. If I can get a hotel room with a balcony and watch it all, I would do that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I went to a lot. It's fun to watch.
It is.
You know what I think is cool? Have you ever seen where they do that thing where it's the pole and they run and they jump and they try and climb and go over to
Yeah.
the other side?
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's pretty cool. I don't know where they do it exactly, but there's like a kind of a sandy beach area and they run and the pole is sticking in the water and you kind of climb up as you're going so you get further and then jump off and try and land on the thing. It's a lot more difficult than it sounds because it doesn't seem like many people can do it
Sounds
at
like
all.
a lot of shattered ankles.
Oh,
that day.
yeah. For
Shattered
sure.
ankles.
Well, I gotta tell you, if they come at us and say, "Listen, this company wants to sponsor a flying machine," would you do it? Would you ever do it again? I mean, it doesn't have to be you. I'm just curious to see if you would want to do it.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably not. I'm so scared of heights now. And I feel like I have more to lose.
Yeah.
Which is not true at all.
I was gonna say, what do you have to lose?
Who's gonna? We need somebody to pilot our vessel.
Yeah, they got options.
Yeah. You know who pilot vessels
yeah.
around here.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll take care of it.
Captain Jackass over here.
The SS losers ready for takeoff.
The Olympics are coming up, and Parisians have threatened to poop in the River Seine in a protest ahead of the Olympics, or as they like to call it, the old love tiger. They're upset with the amount of money being spent to clean up the river when the city could use that money elsewhere. I gotta tell you,
poop in the river. Who cares?
it sounds like the Olympics over in Paris are going to be terrible. We talked about it yesterday. A lot of the athletes are bringing their own air conditioners because they're trying to cut down on environmental problems. So they're like, they don't have air conditioning in any of the places over there. Boo.
That would make me miserable.
Have you watched any of the qualifying rounds for the Olympics? What's
No.
going on? Do you know, though, this is pretty amazing, that there are quite a few high school students?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was watching the men's 400 race last night, and there's a 16-year-old kid that was in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild. 16-year-old kid who's racing against a 36-year-old guy.
God.
I was like, oh, okay. well.
Did I dream this, or did we cover a story yesterday about Paris where they took away all the ACs? Oh,
I mean, are you serious?
He just said it.
Literally
just said it.
Literally
Yes.
just said it.
Are you
What
sure?
were you doing?
I'm having a stroke, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You in the
Were you
Flugtag?
but,
Yeah.
like? Were you checking an email, or did you
Nope.
go to the bathroom?
No, I
Galvin
think-
just said the athletes are taking their own ACs over.
Not only did I say that, I said we talked about it yesterday.
All right, just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure I was still here.
Are you on the Flugtag?
I think I might be. Something bad's happening.
Are you getting digital interference?
I think so.
Do you smell burnt toast?
I smell something.
Oh man.
Carmen, what's on the phone lines? Do I need to grab any of those?
1 second, I'll check. I just put them on hold.
A 34-year-old man in California has been rescued after a 3-hour hike back on June 11th led to getting lost in the mountains for 10 days.
Oh, no.
He said he survived by drinking water out of his hiking boots.
Like
I
from
guess.
his sweaty feet?
No, I guess like scooping water.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe your
Some sort of
hands
water
would
in
have
there.
been okay?
But also, if you're going hiking and you don't tell anyone where you're going, or you don't have some sort of GPS thing, or you don't leave a trail of breadcrumbs or something, you're an idiot. Like that's so crazy to think that you're going to do, and especially like, oh, it's a 3-hour hike. 3-hour hike. That's a long hike.
Don't they make? I thought they make clothes with like the trackers in them. So that
I mean, there's so
always-
many things you could do also, but like if I'm going hiking, say you and I are in Colorado for something, whatever, and you're like, I'm going to hang out by the pool, and I go, Spanish, I'm going to go for a hike. Here is where I'm leaving from.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to go back in this area.
Yeah.
So if I'm not back in 10 days, check this area.
Why don't hike?
Here.
I don't wanna
It's
get lost.
crazy. Crazy. A man in New Jersey got into a virtual.
Can I just back this up?
Yeah,
a
yeah,
second?
yeah.
I know I'm a little bit lazy, but nothing about hiking ever excites me. Like every time we're like, we're going to go to, like, I think we're going to Georgia for Thanksgiving this year. And they're like, I go, what is there to do in Georgia? Oh, it's great. There's hiking. And then, what is hiking mean? Just walking through the rough woods, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
walking outside is hiking.
Yeah.
I'm not into that at all. Like, I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just not. Like people have just said that to me, like it's going to entice me. I'm like, I don't like to walk for long periods of time. I don't want to do it outside, and I don't want to do it where I can get killed by a bear.
Yeah.
None of those things apply to me.
That certainly is bad news, bears. But I like being out in the woods. I like being outside. I like being in nature. I like seeing different stuff. Like, did you see the post I put up the other day? I saw a big giant crane. I saw a gopher tortoise, and I saw some sort of bull, I guess it was, or something.
Oh.
I mean, it's in an area, whatever. But it's cool to go out there and see all that different stuff. But I definitely get it where if you don't want to be out in the heat, yeah, terrible.
And the fear.
And if you're in a certain area, like here, I'm pretty safe. I could get, snakes are out there. There's a possibility of bears, obviously. Bobcat. But for the most part, I'm pretty safe.
Alligators is the thing I'm always worried about. One that just wandered too far from the pond.
Yeah, could be. I told you I saw that otter the other day go across the and I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, is that an alligator or what is it? Because it was, big for an otter, but it would have been a small alligator. But yeah,
it just weirds me out. My wife's like, "We're gonna go for a hike," and I'm like, "What is that?"
I think it's a wife thing because my wife always wants to go hiking.
Oh, maybe she's trying to get rid of you. Maybe she's trying to get rid of you.
I hate it. I bitch and complain the entire time.
Yeah, although I did have a girlfriend one time that made me hike up a mountain, and I went, "I don't want to do this," and she's like, "It's not bad. We go slow." And then we got up to the top of the mountain, and I say mountain, but it was just a higher peak in Colorado. That was nice when you got up there. You're like, oh, okay, this is a good view, and you could see all the other big mountains and stuff. And I'm like, all right. And I did go up one little hill in Utah when I was out there, but I would rather just drive up there and look from the top.
Yeah, Monkey Mountain. You did Monkey Mountain.
I still regret Monkey Mountain to this day.
The last two hikes I went on against my will because of my wife, I slipped and fell both times.
Oh, maybe that was her plan.
And the one time I was 100% convinced I had torn my ACL when I fell in Colorado, and I was mother effing my wife and kids, just bitching and screaming, yelling the whole way back.
I don't understand my brother-in-law, who's my age, who reminds me a lot of you. You're very similar. He just likes to chill and drink.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we want to hike, and I go, who are you? Yeah. Want to hike? What are you talking? How does this fit into the guy I know?
The only reason I go on the hike is because my anxiety makes me worry about them going on the hike, my family. So I have to go.
Torn ACL is going to protect them?
Right. In my mind, I'm there. At least I'm there if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Where if I'm just sitting at the house.
Depending on if Juliana goes, I'd feel that way.
Yeah.
If she doesn't go, I'd be like, well, the rest of you are on your own.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are getting lost in the woods, and I'm just sitting there that,
enjoying a beer.
Campsite, drinking beer.
That bugs me.
You guys all have at one time played video games, and you played online with other people, and could be from wherever. Have you ever gotten into a heated argument where you're like, I'm coming to find you?
Yeah.
I mean, no. No.
No?
I've cursed at a lot of people and told kids that their mothers were whores and things like that, but I've never threatened to go find somebody. What could they say to me? They don't even know who I am. You know?
You guys?
I've yelled at people, but I've not said I'm going to find you.
I have said that
Where
numerous
you from?
times in college.
Come to get you?
Yeah. When we used to play Halo a lot, I'd get very mad.
A man in New Jersey got into a virtual argument with another gamer, so he flew to Florida and attacked the other gamer with a hammer.
Yes.
He has been arrested and charged with attempted murder.
Oh, yeah.
There is the picture of the dude. This guy.
That seems right.
Yeah.
That guy seems right.
Sometimes you got to send a message.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets real,
could
dude.
you? At what point when you're booking the flight do you go, "This? What am I
It's too
doing?
much.
What am I doing?"
Does it say what game by any chance?
Do you want first class? That'd be nice. I'm gonna go attempt murder. So yeah, first class.
It's Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, right? Like it's some stupid game.
Let me grab these phone calls. Ryan, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Good morning, guys.
What's up, buddy?
Just calling about your beard, Mike. I had the same problem. About it. Like you said, it looked like Christmas on your shirt.
Yep.
I had the same problem with my scalp too. Have you ever tried tea tree oil?
No, but I know we have it. Here, and I don't want Moroccan nut oil because that's what Spanish used.
It's good stuff.
It works, man. It works for me. for all over, and it works on my shoulders too. I got the same problem, man. And it seems to work for me.
I know we have it here in the house, so I will try that. I appreciate it. Thanks for the heads up, buddy.
Yeah,
Have you tried Irish nut oil?
No.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
My wife's going out of town this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
this is an old man party.
Yeah.
Friday after the show, does anybody want to go to the movies?
Yep.
Ooh. To see?
Horizon?
Yes.
I'm in.
I
All
do.
right, let's do that.
Yeah.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We got a date. Carmen, you're invited.
Oh, thank you.
I know you never want to go and see this movie, but
I've never even heard of it, so
It's Kevin Costner's Western.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Have
fun, guys.
It's in
What?
HD. It's
Yeah.
in HD.
it's Kevin Costner's
that doesn't make it
Western.
better.
That's the first of 3 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is this one comes out Friday, and then the next one comes out, I believe, in August.
Yeah, not so
they're
far.
gonna
Oh, that's
be, yeah,
cool.
they're going to be pretty close together. So
That's nice.
And Paramount TV. Stop with your advertisement. They're like, finally, the wait is over. Yellowstone is back in 5 more months. How do you say the wait is over and then say November?
and no Kevin Costner.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Do
what, Carmen?
I was gonna say, do you know how long Horizon is?
Probably 3
yeah.
hours or something.
3 hours.
Yeah, that's the first of 3.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. So how well, are they all gonna be 3 hours?
Probably.
That's just a trilogy. That's a 9-hour movie. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I'm fine with it.
I haven't been this excited to go see a movie
Yeah.
in a long time.
Oh no.
I love Westerns. I love Kevin Costner. And I do like to see a movie in the theater like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's obviously going to be shot unbelievably. Like you see the trailer and you're like, oh, this looks so cool. What do you got? Gio?
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the reviews, the early reviews.
I
of the
don't
critics.
care. I don't care about reviews
What
or
are the-
critics.
What are
What
the
do they
critics
say?
saying?
It's not favorable. It's got a 48% Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah, but also who's reviewing it? A
Yeah.
bunch of people that are on TikTok and can't sit still for more than 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Get out.
And he
of
got a 17-minute standing ovation at Cannes.
Yeah, a lot of times the critics are not, favorable, and then you'll see the audience scores like 80%,
Right.
90%.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna like it. Now, I did repost a video that Kevin Costner came out and said that he's not going to be in. He'll be in this season, the one in November, right? Because that's the one that they already shot.
Oh, I don't know.
But then he said this last season 5B, he won't be in it. So I guess they're going to kill him off.
Mm,
That's,
maybe.
that sucks.
I don't know.
By the way, what am I listening to? Hot Heat. What was his name?
Oh,
Dewey. Yeah. I'm going to listen to Dewey's opinion on anything.
Dude, Dewey was 100% on.
Oh, get out of here.
With scenes that linger well past their welcome and a muddled perspective on the past told through a boring, verbose filmmaking, the project is practically dead on arrival.
Now, who is that? Who's...
That is IGN Movies.
Oh, so it's not you can't tell who it is?
Yeah, it didn't say.
Some lesbian that's mad about it. You know what I mean? You know.
Why does it have to be a lesbian?
Because they don't like Westerns.
What?
That's so good.
Or maybe
they
it
would
just
like
sucks.
lesbians.
Judy Gold over there getting mad about Costner. Get out of here. So we've been talking about it is hot. It has been so hot, and it's that half rain and then hot for the rest of the day, and it's muggy and weird. It's been so hot that Huffington Post decided to kick off their annual discussion about how to prevent swamp crotch.
I have it.
Well, the top tips from experts include choosing more breathable fabrics.
Okay.
So you want something kind of light and breezy and stuff, and then also investing in some Gold Bond, some powder. And
I
stuff.
do use the Gold Bond, and
Yeah.
it definitely helps the swamp crotch. I mean, you can't use too much because then it looks like you're making pancake batter.
Right?
Has anybody tried the full body deodorant, that Native or whatever,
No.
or the Lumi?
Juliana
The lady
uses-
telling you to put it on your butt and stuff.
Juliana used the Native stuff. I
Yeah.
know that 'cause I have no idea. I'm not discussing body smells with my 11-year-old. But I know that that Lumi stinks. I mean, not that it stinks. It probably does the job, but it's not. It just smells weird and it feels weird. I don't like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that lady from that Mando commercial bothers me so much. She could be giving me heaven in a bottle, and I wouldn't buy it.
Is it the lady that created it? The kind of chubby blonde haired lady? Yeah.
she
She
bugs
is
me.
weird. She is weird for
bugs
sure.
me.
Well, there you go.
You don't have to be your own spokesperson.
Yeah.
Right.
You should do that
Yeah.
at Shark Tank and then hire somebody pretty.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, if you had somebody, what's her name? What is the chick that does the Skechers? Cheryl Burke.
Okay. Yeah,
you
I
know,
what you're
Cheryl
talking about.
Burke
Yeah,
or somebody telling me about rubbing stuff on her
Yeah.
butt, I'd be like, oh, yeah, all right.
You know, I don't need some fat lady to be like, put it on your privates.
Yeah.
She says that. She's like, you put it on your armpits, anywhere else, and your privates. I'm like, I don't need you to know you're looming up your privates.
Or I don't need ladies telling me that their armpits aren't the only place they stink.
Yeah.
Especially when they're not attractive either.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're attractive, I'm like, oh, that's cute. She's got a little stinky butt, you know. Or
Carmen's gotten away with it for all these years because she's cute.
yeah. Today is Global Beatles Day.
Like
Beatles the band.
Okay, yeah.
Beatles
Hell
the
yeah.
band. So you can play some Beatles music.
Favorite Beatles song? I know you're not a big fan.
I would say probably Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I really like that because it's so like out there. You know what I mean? It's such a different sound. It's not. You think Beatles, you think 4/4 rock and roll. You know, love me do. You know that type of stuff. But yeah, I think that's a great song. I think Paul McCartney is an incredible songwriter. The rest of the guys, to me, George Harrison was a decent guitar player. Like. Decent.
Yeah.
I did not like John Lennon. He bothers me, and I even watched. I'm not a Beatles fan.
You eliminate John Lennon from the songwriting.
I
You just say Paul
I do,
McCartney. Yeah.
because I really feel like he
Yeah.
was the songwriter, and just the way that Peter Jackson documentary, you see Paul like doing all this stuff, and then John will come in, and I'm like, ugh, stop doing that. Let Paul finish what he was doing, and then Ringo. You know, I know a lot of drummers like Ringo, but I don't know. I think it's.
I've grown up knowing nothing about drums, that Ringo was a stinky drummer and that he was just cute little Ringo.
The
And
best
everybody.
backbeat in the business.
But that's as I get older, I read all these things, and all these drummers love Ringo.
He's a solid drummer.
Yeah.
Like he fits that band. You don't want Neil Peart in the Beatles. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense, whatever. But also came up with a lot of cool beats, like Come Together and that Ticket to Ride, the way he plays that and stuff. Like that's stuff that a lot of people wouldn't think of. There's other ways to play that are much easier, and he, kind of elevated the song by doing that. I'll give him credit on that. I was just never a fan.
Right.
of
I
his,
know.
you
I
what
understand.
I'm not like, oh, he's the worst and blah blah blah, but just not my thing.
I love the Beatles. Like I could listen to them. I stopped listening to the Beatles channel because it just became so much that wasn't the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
They're like, this is a song by a lady who John once knew. And like, I don't need to hear this. Yeah, it was like it was trying to be so obscure. And the best is like it's all these shows are hosted by people associated with the Beatles. And Peter Asher was a musician himself and a producer, but also was like when this is and all of his memories are like when Paul was banging my sister. Like literally, Paul was dating his sister, and he's like, I'm like, that's your biggest claim. That's why you're on here because Paul was banging your sister. You know?
Right.
But then they then they play just too much. This is the 50th version of I Want to Hold Your Hand sung in Japanese. You know, I get it.
That sounds like a good version.
Yeah, I just not. I don't need to hear that. And then they were recording some of their songs like in German and stuff for those audiences, and I don't need to hear that either.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But which is funny if you hear it the first time.
Yeah.
But I don't need to sit through slew. It just gets weird. But I am a fan. I love the music. I'm not into the behind the scenes and all that. I did enjoy that Peter Jackson thing. It just was too long to me. It was interesting. As I was watching it, it was too long, and I feel like I've been watching this for 3 days. But then I realized, although it was long and weird, that behind the scenes look is something that is so rare.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, my big thing, and obviously, I'm a huge Zeppelin fan. It was like 5 years later, Zeppelin. The Beatles put out their first album. 5 years later, Zeppelin came out, and it sounded like a completely different thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was so much heavier and just so, like the Beatles. John Brennan and I always joke, like, plug your instruments in.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound like, you know what I mean? Because they didn't really have the distortion and that stuff. Later on, they did whatever, but it was always that bling, bling, bling. And you're like,
how about Neil Peart?
yeah.
Does it bother you as much as it does to me that for our whole lives we called him Pert, and
Pert,
then we have to
it's
call him
Peart.
Peart now?
Peart,
I feel like we should just be like, you know what? It's Pert. It's Pert.
But you gotta Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
You gotta do the different
But
ones.
she still goes by Grande.
She goes by it, but she said her name is actually Grand.
Right, but
Yeah.
no one calls her that. So
No, it's already
Grande.
done. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You can't change it after.
Galvin's the only one who pronounced Gal Gadot right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it nailed down. So sources say that Vanna White might leave Wheel of Fortune before her contract expires because she doesn't really jive with Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it said, quote, it's just so difficult to do this without Pat Sajak. So not so much Ryan, it's just somebody different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she should have walked away.
Yeah. It seemed like that would have been a good time for both of them just to been peace out.
And I bet, like standing next to Ryan Seacrest, it really ages her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you're
standing
standing
next to Pat Sajak ages her. She does not. I mean,
no,
she
it
looks
doesn't. She looked fantastic next to
but
him.
she looks very old, even though her body and her head is still in great shape. She just looks like she's aged. You know?
Yeah.
Right, but she has. That's normal.
Yeah, it's not her fault. I'm not saying anything bad about her. It's just, but she does look. And how many years do you want to do that? Like, don't you just want to take some time off and?
Yeah, right.
Because she's made enough that she could retire, right?
She's made so much. In fact, let me look. Just think about it. What do you think her net worth is?
Oh.
Don't look it up, Spanish.
I will not.
I'll say 50.
You say 50. You say 30.
I'll go
Spanish.
80,
What do you got?
80 million.
80 million. Joe.
25 million.
Carmen, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go low if she wanted to still do it. I'm gonna go like 15.
Spanish closest without going over 85 million.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, retire,
I wouldn't
lady.
touch another letter for the rest of my life.
Right. It also
right?
says
I
her
know.
annual salary is 10 million.
Damn.
Yeah. So for just this, she's getting 10 million. So if it ain't
And they
hurt
shoot
ya-
them all in a month.
Right.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're like, all right, well, I can do it for another month or 3. You know?
Who would be a good replacement?
Who?
Oh, just some hot chick.
Yeah, but do you
I think
want?
you got to do somebody with
You
personality.
think so?
Yeah.
Do not have Jenny McCarthy.
No.
Do not. What do you want to see with this burger on it? Ugh.
Does it have to be another famous person?
Well, that's what
or
we're
do you
saying.
bring in someone new, like just like a new face?
They're probably bringing a dude.
Who's like kind of? Oh yeah, probably some dude with
Ryan
a
and Steve.
Yeah.
beard wearing
Ryan
a
and
dress.
Steve.
Yeah.
Vanna White has a daughter.
So does
like
Pat
her.
Sajak,
Well, Pat
and she's
Sajak,
involved into the show. So
Yeah, she's
Trying to think like who's another kind of
supermodel
spokesperson.
kind of. Grab one of them Deal or No Deal girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure there's some influencer out there that
Yeah.
has got a couple million followers looking for a
I'm
gig.
sure Seacrest has got his eye on a couple of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Couple.
Oh no.
You don't think his Rolodex has
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a harem of hot women?
Yeah.
That he
Nicholas
doesn't like.
Nicholas Balea, son of wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, pleaded guilty to charges related to a November DUI arrest, according to court records. Records show that on Friday, Balea pleaded guilty to driving under the influence and a Move Over Act violation. In November, authorities say he was arrested after speeding past a traffic stop while not moving over. After he was pulled over, the officer who conducted the traffic stop said that the Clearwater resident had a strong scent of alcohol in his breath and bloodshot eyes. He also swayed and was unsteady, but refused to do a breath test. Balea was sentenced to a year probation, but can apply for early termination after 6 months. He also had to go to DUI school and perform 100 hours of community service as well. The judge also suspended his license for 12 months, fined him over $1,000, and will be continuously screened for drug and alcohol for the next 120 days.
Does that kid have to work, you think? Does he have a job?
I don't
think.
know.
Probably something within Hogan's, company.
Yeah, he
Like
hosts
at the karaoke?
Yeah, he's karaoke and does DJ at the
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hogan bar. Yeah,
But didn't he go to 2 like jail years
Yeah.
before this?
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised he just got this.
Are you?
I mean, for a second offense,
Fireman,
yeah.
are you? Follow the money.
And follow the money. I understand, but still, like you already went to jail.
But
is
his
what I'm
first-
saying.
His first incident didn't involve alcohol. It was speeding.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought it did involve alcohol.
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
I was. That's what I was.
So
saying.
I remember watching. They had the body cam video of this, of all this stuff. And Hogan like shows up because
yeah.
he calls his dad, and Hulk Hogan shows up down there and is like, "Hey brother, hey brother, what can we do?" And I got to be honest with you, he was very respectful of the police and didn't get like involved. Like
his kid.
I'm Hulk Hogan. Yeah, but
he
no.
goes out. He's there as a father. you know what I
Right,
mean?
but also you're Hulk Hogan. You're one of the most famous people in the world. You could be like, "Hey, step over here. Can we talk about this?" You know,
Yeah.
I'll
He's
get your
also,
WrestleMania tickets, and
he's 100% aware that he's on body camera.
sure, yeah.
That he's like, I'm on body camera. This is going to be public record. everybody's going to see this. I need not to say anything stupid right now.
By the way, Vanna White worth $85 million. What do you think Hulk Hogan is worth?
Oh,
I mean,
It's hard to tell.
Right.
I've heard rumors.
Here's the thing: is very famous for a very long time.
Also lost
Yeah.
a tremendous amount
I
of money.
lost a bunch, divorced, da 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 da. So, any idea? What do you think?
At his peak, he had to be worth a couple $100 million.
Well, not his peak. We're talking 2024. What do you think he's worth now?
I don't even know.
50 mil.
50?
60.
More than
60?
that, I think. I'd say about 60.
30.
They have him at 25 million. Whether that's right or not, that may be the money that's on the books or whatever.
It's still not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad at it, but you think how long he's been famous and how much money, like
Yeah,
Gio
but how
said,
many
over
bad
the years.
choices he's
Yeah.
made over the years.
Yeah.
Hit a couple speed bumps along the way.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he probably lost a ton of money in the first Nick Hogan situation. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
defending
yeah.
that kid, and
That
lawyers are eating up most of his money.
He's permanently, injured.
The passenger, yeah.
Yeah. How about this? Sticking with wrestling, Vince McMahon is embroiled in human trafficking lawsuit.
Whoa.
And that has truly changed the way that people view him. Interestingly enough, former MMA fighter Chael Sonnen has accused Vince McMahon of engaging in sexual relationships with male WWE stars in exchange for promoting them on
That's
screen.
been going on forever. Like the rumor of that.
So while speaking on the Flagrant podcast, Sonnen described it as an open secret that McMahon slept with both male and female stars. Sonnen claimed to know 11 people who had been involved with McMahon, 8 of them being women.
Yeah, yeah. That was always a rumor that went around that's why his family was still together, was because him and Linda were engaging in threesomes with girls too. I again, this is all rumors of things.
Right.
I don't know any of this to be true, but that you had gay guys in the upper echelon of Pat Patterson was openly gay, and he was like Vince's number one guy. You know what I mean? So. And there was a lot of, hey, you got to get through Pat Patterson if you really want to make it kind of stories.
And then what was the story that just recently came out where him and another guy were doing something?
Johnny Ace were having...
and didn't he have a little accident?
Yeah, he pooped on a girl by accident. But I mean, now that means to me, if you ask me if the rumors are true, is Johnny Ace one of the gay guys? You know what I mean? I don't know any of this to be true, but that's very embarrassing to the Laurinaitis family. You got to think one guy's a road warrior, the other guy's Dookie and Vince McMahon.
I mean, how can you be gay with a name like Johnny Ace?
The Dirty Aces.
It's funny. They're trying to, as far as like storylines and just they're trying to remove Vince McMahon from all the marketing of WWE. But at the same time, he's Triple H's father-in-law.
Yeah.
So and he's still married to his daughter. So it's like even when they're trying to like separate from Vince entirely, they're still there.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, the guy built it, and his father built it before him, so it's hard to just shake him out.
Did you hear that when? So I was reading an interview with Triple H when Raw moves to Netflix. I think next year it's going to be completely uncensored.
Oh really?
Yeah. He said the PG era will be officially over. And it's going to be completely uncensored on Netflix.
See a little nipple slip every once in a while.
You know, I've never been really into wrestling, but I do like the documentary stuff, the behind the scenes stuff that they have, and they show like WWE Rivals they have on A&E.
Yeah.
I was watching the other day, and they had a thing. It was coming on. I didn't wind up watching it, but I thought this was crazy. When Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero were going at it with each other, and then they went to the park where Rey Mysterio's son was, and they're filming it, and they're like, here's your son, we're gonna get him, and this, that. And then like there's a thing, and the kid's in the crowd, and he goes to punch him, and the kid steps in front of him, and and I'm like, what is good? And it was his real son. I was like a little 8-year-old kid.
Because they were all big families, so it was okay for them to, you look. No, it's hard to look at it from an outsider's point of view.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, we know Chachi since he was a baby. We're gonna do that. Yeah, but everybody's like, you weren't talking about punching a kid.
Yeah, it was weird. Like they're gonna get him from the park and stuff. I was like, what?
Did you ever see? You had to see it on Instagram. The kid with Down syndrome that jumps into the ring.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about the one in the pool that smashes the beers together. That kid's great.
That kid's great. No, this one is watching as a fan, and I want to say maybe it was Shawn Michaels. He runs into the ring because he thinks he wants to help Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels grabs the kid and rolls out with him, and takes him outside of the ring because they'll beat the snot out of a guy who gets in the ring. And kind of like saves the kid, and the kid's all like mad at the opponent. And it's great because the kid's adorable. He just wanted to get in there and save Shawn Michaels. But it's hard. It's hard, and the poor mother is just terrified because her kid made it over the fence.
I'm surprised he got in there, man. Anybody trying to get in there is crazy. Remember we were at UFC and I go, I'm gonna jump the. I'm gonna jump. There's no way. Does anybody care? Will Smith will perform a brand new song at the BET Awards this Sunday night.
Do I care? No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would not. I don't know if you know this, but I didn't plan on watching the BET.
Oh no! Well, Carmen, you made one too. Drake leads the nominees with 7 nods right now for the BET Awards.
I gotta tell you, I like Drake's old stuff, but lately, not a fan.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll like Will Smith's new stuff.
I doubt it.
Get jiggy with it, 2024.
It's called Out Your Mouth.
Channing Tatum says there is an awesome script for 23 Jump Street, and he said that he and Jonah Hill want to do it.
Hell
That
yeah.
would be great.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got to tell you, the first 2 were funny.
They were great.
The first 2 were very funny.
But remember the idea they were going to cross over movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those 2 were going to make it to Men in Black?
Yes.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Who knows whether that's going to be in this
Yeah.
script? We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Anybody see the new photos of the new Superman?
No.
I did.
Awful.
It just looks like
He's back to like the 1950s comic.
yeah,
Oh, really?
very generic.
Yellow
looking.
belt and
And the
whole
tights
deal.
instead of the
Yeah.
thing. You know what's so funny is Batman versus Superman was on, or Superman versus Batman, whatever it was on the other day, and I was watching it, and there's a part where Superman goes to court.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? And they're there. And I got to tell you, even if you're from a different planet and you have superpowers, you showing up to court in a cape and tight makes you look nuts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of all the times you couldn't just put a suit on or something, because it's like all these people that are
But the
dressed.
minute he puts a suit on, they're going to
They
be like,
go,
that's Clark Kent.
Yeah. But it's so funny because all the people in the courtroom all have suits and like dresses and this, that, whatever. And then he just walks in with a cape and you're like, who is this guy? What is going on?
I like it.
So weird.
The new guy, he looks almost like Henry Cavill. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
very much so.
But I don't get the whole. They wanted a younger guy because
Yeah.
they were going to more focus on his young life, but now Green Lantern's in it and a bunch of other superheroes, and I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I know I'll 100% watch it, but I'm
Yeah.
not like,
and I hope I'm wrong.
yeah.
But the idea that this guy's going back to a yellow belt and red tights and all that stuff, you're like, okay, so where we at? Little kitty Superman again?
Yeah, it definitely had more like a Christopher Reeves type vibe.
I'm down with the Henry Cavill. I thought he was great.
Yeah,
I
he
loved
was
him in all of them.
great.
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted to do it though.
No, he got fired from it.
Yeah, because of the Black Adam thing, right? Yeah.
He
They should have done White Adam then.
Oh, wow. Easy.
that whole Henry Cavill first Superman of him not wanting to, not knowing who he was and traveling and working odd jobs until he
Yeah.
kind of figured himself out and grew up.
Yeah.
That was such a great storyline.
It really was.
Yeah.
Man of Steel. That was my favorite
Yeah.
Superman movie of all time.
I mean, Kevin Costner, best Uncle Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Uncle
No.
Ben.
Or,
Father.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben,
Daddy
Spider Man.
Yeah.
Kent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same role.
taking Uncle Ben, Spider
Thinking
Man.
of Bryce.
No, for sure. But now I don't know. I don't know who the father is now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't, because I was with you. I thought they were doing like him as a young kid, and now he's like the same age. And
Yeah, but it looks so toy like.
Yeah.
Like he's an old school 70s toy.
By the way, worst Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh,
so
yeah.
bad. So
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ruins the whole movie.
No. I
Yeah,
agree with
it's
that.
so bad. Ugh, I hate him. Hate him. And then finally in news, this is pretty interesting. Who do you think has the highest grossing tour of 2024 so far?
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
You would automatically think that. And you're probably right, but I will tell you,
Can I guess?
Taylor Swift is not reporting her numbers for her Eras tour yet, so that's not involved. So take her out of the equation. Who do you think has the highest grossing tour of 2024 so far?
Fish?
Fish, no.
I just Fish did that run at the Sphere.
Sure, yeah.
And
They're
I
very
know that
popular.
They were on tour.
Yeah.
So
Bruce Springsteen.
No.
Foo Fighters.
No. I can tell you it is a solo artist, and this person was here in April.
Ed Sheeran.
No. Think less air conditioning.
No way.
Madonna has the highest grossing tour of 2024 so far, but they say that's only because Taylor Swift has not reported her numbers for her Eras tour.
How can that be right? Like Morgan Wallen's doing Raymond James Stadium 2 nights in a row.
Right?
Because of her ticket prices. What she's selling, I think the average price of her ticket is really high, and she's doing arenas, so she's doing 15 to 20,000, and I guess her tour has made more money.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Yeah, I don't know how much. She may
those guys doing stadiums, which is like 4
Yeah,
times
and
the amount of people.
but they may be doing less touring, so they may be doing a show and then 5 days off, and then this show she may be going arena. I don't know.
Did you see? You might have talked about it while I was out, but the show in London, Tom Cruise was at, and the Kelsey brothers were at, and all these people. I mean, everybody was there. I'm so looking forward to seeing Tay-Tay in September.
Did you see her swallow the bug on stage?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
That's pretty good.
How do you feel about Tom Cruise missing his daughter's graduation to go see the Taylor Swift?
Is that what
show?
happened? Yeah. But I don't think that he talks to his daughter.
Yeah.
For some reason, or because I think that she wants to have nothing to do with him or something. I don't know.
That's sad.
I would like to be his son.
Right?
I don't even want any of his money. Well, I'm saying if he's got I met his other son, his real son.
Yeah.
And he seemed nice enough. I feel like we could all sit down for a meal together.
Right?
Yeah.
Little Sunday dinner.
Well, whatever you got. Yeah. I think that if you were adopted and now you're Tom Cruise's kid, be nice.
Yeah, right.
Be happy a little bit. Look at the alternative.
Yeah.
Watch those commercials where I will remember you. And be like, that was you. It flies in your head. And now you're a Cruise kid.
Yeah, that's like what Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's daughter. She was like, I don't want to go by Pitt anymore.
Well, but I think the reports were he was a real dick to her too. So
He was like a drunk.
Yeah.
And he would get drunk and get mean.
I like him too.
Yeah, me too.
That is it for news.
Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise
in a movie?
In a movie? Depends on the movie.
No,
I think
depends on the movie.
I can't name one Tom Cruise movie where I went, ugh, except for like Far and Away, the garbage, and there was one more. There was one more that it didn't. Oh, the one that he got the Academy Award for. Magnolia was okay, but he wasn't the starring role in that thing. But I can't think of Tom Cruise's library of movies. I'm sure I've seen every one of them, and I don't have one that I'm going to go, no, that was terrible.
I think if you boil it down, Brad Pitt probably the better actor, but Tom Cruise is good. Like
Tom Cruise is great.
Yeah, and he's likable, and just the stuff that he does, he comes across very well on screen. You know what I mean? Like you believe everything he does.
The Mummy movie.
I didn't see it.
I didn't
see it. Okay.
I liked it. A lot of people did not.
And
like
he
it.
even did. Tom Cruise did stuff that was outside of his thing. That Collateral Damage with.
Oh, that was great.
Was it just Collateral?
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, with Jamie Foxx.
Great.
Yeah, where he played, against his normal type. Yeah, he's not like hero guy.
Last Samurai was so good.
Last Samurai was good.
Even whenever he jumped into do the comedy thing, whenever he
Tropic
did
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder,
so good.
In the way Ben Stiller said that he came about that, whatever, because I guess he sent him the script. They were talking about it or whatever. And he goes, I would love to be in here. He goes, I'd like to be like, he goes, you don't, in fact, I think it was Tom Cruise that said, you don't have the head of the studio. Like you need that guy who's telling them what to do, whatever. He goes, I'd love to play that. And he goes, but I want really fat arms. He was like, what? He goes, I want like big fat arms and I want to dance and stuff. Yeah. It's hilarious.
The Reacher movies were good.
Yeah.
The Mission Impossible movies are great. And Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
I can't think of any that of course, Top
Risky
Gun.
Business.
Yeah.
Risky Business, yeah. All
Legend.
the 80s
There's
movies are
maybe
great.
Legend. I've never
maybe
heard of.
Legend. Maybe Legend's one that I didn't see. The
Yeah.
one with the dragon. He's like a dragon slayer.
There
and
is
all
a
that.
dragon.
Yeah.
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
Born on the 4th of July.
He's made some great movies.
Yeah.
He's so many great movies.
Jerry Maguire.
Oh yeah, Jerry Maguire. I forgot about.
Interview with the Vampire. They're both in it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Anne Rice is very upset that Tom Cruise is in it, and then afterwards she was like, "Okay, I was wrong."
Yeah,
She was like,
when she wrote it, she was imagining Rutger Hauer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was younger at the time and stuff, and probably would have been good. He's a good, creepy, like he looks
Yeah.
like a vampire. You know what I
does.
mean? But then if you have a choice to put Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt or him in there, you're like, okay, well, they're going to make more money for you.
Anybody watch that interview with Vampire TV show?
No.
I did.
Yeah.
I started watching it and it was not good.
No.
I really wanted it to be good. Because that Eric, what's his name? Whatever the hell his name, I forget. Bogosian.
Oh, Eric Bogosian.
Eric Bogosian is in it, and I like him, and he's really good. Yeah, but the people that they had were nobodies, and they just weren't very good, and it was just kind of too slow.
I just saw a
moving.
million promos for it. And I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, Calvin. Thank you.
You got it.
We must take a break. If you'd like to get through, sorry we didn't get to the phone calls during news. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025.
What time is Cory Feldman?
15.
Before that,
Yeah.
I have something you may want to hear.
Oh.
Yeah, I have some audio for you.
Maybe we can do that next.
You'd be interested
All
in.
right,
Sure.
what's something that Galvin wants me to hear when we come back. It's Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone.
I have a little bit of breaking news happening right now.
Galvin, if you got breaking news, you can't do it without a breaking news sounder, which I have somewhere. I'm just trying to find breaking time over here. Oh, the sounder. Yes. The other thing. I don't know what happened.
It's a breaking, it's a news, and it's a breaking.
It's not even going to be breaking anymore by the time we get it.
Breaking the
No,
news.
not breaking Benjamin.
It's
Breaking
breaking
news.
Carmen, look at
Ladies
your
and
text.
gentlemen, we go to Galvin. He's got breaking news. And now over to the newsroom with Galvin.
Carmen, if you can look at your text there and pull up
I
that
got it.
audio. Okay, don't play it just yet. Does anybody know who Seth Binzer is?
Well, he used to work with Fisher.
No,
Yeah,
that
you
is
got it.
not.
Oh, no.
That's a different one.
Seth Binzer is a starting quarterback in the XFL.
He is not. No. Any
That
other
sounds
guesses?
right, though. Yeah. Oh, Seth Binzer.
Binzer.
Seth Binzer.
He was the pilot flying Julian Assange over here.
No.
Oh.
Does this help? He's also known as
Coolio Fulio?
Shifty Shellshock.
Shifty Shellshock.
Does that help?
Is that one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No. Carmen, you want to play the song? Binzer recorded to have died yesterday by the LA medical examiner earlier. No cause of death was given, but it's just breaking now that it's coming out that he died.
My.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of drug issues for a
Yeah.
while.
Wasn't he fighting with his band the last time we saw him?
I don't think so, but he was.
He's from Crazy Town.
I think that was Smash Mouth, and that
that-
guy died too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he was fighting with the band and stuff. By the way, that song, you know that song is actually Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's a Red Hot Chili Peppers song that was like an instrumental. They took it, put a drum beat under it, and then
That's
sang
it.
over top
Come,
of it.
come, my baby. Come,
Yeah.
come, my baby.
And that became, I mean, that was huge for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Shifty Shellshock is dead.
Aw.
Otherwise known
At the
as
age of
Seth.
what?
Only 49.
Damn.
Yeah, 49 years old.
50 is a new 80.
Yeah.
Rough.
People
Be
are
careful.
dropping.
Be careful with those drugs. I'm not saying that that's what did it. I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah.
you guys are talking about a lot of problems.
Shifty Shellshock is a terrible name to have.
It is the worst. It's
Shifty
so
Shellshock.
terrible, dude.
Julio Fulio is pretty
Shellshock,
bad, but
yeah.
Shifty Shellshock.
Shifty Shellshock.
Yeah.
I mean, in the 90s, and you're playing that kind of music, Shifty Shellshock was probably the coolest name.
Yeah.
Dude,
Second
hey.
only to Cowhead.
Guys, I want to be called Shifty Shellshock.
Oh my
It's so good. We love it.
Sing about the butterflies.
Yeah, I can't even believe
Come,
it.
my baby. Come, my baby.
So we had a little bit of audio there. I have some more audio.
I love
for you.
more
Oh,
audio.
yes.
This is through channels that come through different people. Gio gave it to me. Gio got it from Cory Cardinal. Cory Cardinal got a phone call from a gentleman you may know. Listen to what he has to say about you.
Oh, no.
And he seems like he's jealous of somebody else. This is a phone call from Medicine Man.
Oh,
Voicemail.
no.
Take a
Oh,
listen.
no.
Here we go. Yeah.
Hi, Corey. It's Medicine Man. I'm kind of frustrated. Who's going to be the next promotional person through Mike Calta to be hooking me up with concert tickets? Especially, I should have been tonight at the Amp with Red Hot Chili Peppers and Ice Cube for tonight's big concert, which I'm not there at all. So I going to talk to Mike Calta Monday and tell him, his fat ass and hook me up with tickets anyway. Since I do a lot for the show in the past, and he's making money off of me. I know damn well he is.
He knows.
I will call him up Monday or Tuesday. I mean, he's been spoken to that idiot Love Tiger, which he's not worth to me anything like that. He's a dumbass. Not fair to say. I am frustrated as and I should have been tonight at the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I know Mike Oliveira left Cox Media, so who's going to be in his place?
Oh,
Mike Oliveira left Cox?
Yeah, according to Medicine Man, breaking news.
Fired.
So is that why he called Cory, because he felt like he should have had Red Hot Chili Peppers tickets and somehow my fat ass should have got him for him?
And your fat ass is what he said, and jealous that you're talking to Love Tiger, and him coming up with the theory that Mike O's gone. By the way, we were all at the station yesterday. You know who I saw? Mike O.
Oh, thank God.
Still employed.
Packing his stuff up?
No, it seemed totally fine.
Is today Mike Oliveira's birthday?
I believe it is his birthday today. Yeah,
Happy birthday to Mike Oliveira.
Happy birthday to
It does not say that on Facebook.
I know that's the only way I know when people's birthdays are.
Right. Same.
I believe I have it in my calendar. Let me see.
You think Medicine Man heard that
it is.
Spanish went to the Chili Peppers concert alone?
Oh, yeah.
You went?
You had an extra ticket. He had an extra ticket, and he didn't take Medicine Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Calvin picks Medicine Man up. Why couldn't you pick him up?
He's not going to pick Medicine Man up.
I can give you directions.
I don't want it.
Wait a second. You went to the show?
Yep.
How was it?
It was good.
And you
I
went by
didn't stay
yourself?
for very long. Yeah, I showed up late and didn't stay for very long and then left.
It's part of the sad weirdos thing. You go
Part
by
of the sad
yourself.
weirdos thing,
Feel
yeah.
yourself.
If you can
all the time.
handle going to a concert by yourself, you can handle anything.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good point. Thank you, Galvin.
But how about that, Medicine Man? You're making money off him. He's calling you names.
Listen.
Says he deserves tickets.
Not
He's
cool.
sick and tired of hearing Love Tiger.
Where is
Wow.
he? Where is he on the show? I thought he was in the call today.
Wow. That is some bold statements.
Bold talk.
He knows damn well you're making money off of him.
Yeah, that's the best. Damn well.
So don't even try to deny it.
Hey, don't even be
Do you know how
lying.
many times I've eaten at a restaurant and said, thanks, Medicine Man?
Yeah.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah, every time I pay my mortgage,
I wouldn't be able to pay for this.
This one's on you, Medicine Man. Oh my God, what a doofus.
Somebody the other day, I was leaving Publix because they go, Galvin, is that your car? And I go, yeah, thanks to Medicine Man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I want to ask you specifically, Galvin.
Okay.
What do you do if somebody hits your car in traffic?
If somebody hits my car in traffic, I assess it. I tell them, let's exchange insurance. I probably call the cops,
Yeah.
especially if it's their fault and everything. Yeah.
Galvin hit my car in the driveway, and we had a cordial conversation.
Yeah, we did.
afterwards.
That's
right.
true. Yeah.
It was not a fist fight or anything.
No, I told you. I said if there's anything wrong, I will pay for it. I bumped him.
My wife
Galvin
got
hit
it.
my car one time.
I did.
Oh my
Same-
God,
same
Galvin.
thing.
Galvin.
Trying to help Gio get out because there was like a huge pile up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I-
same thing.
I try not to drive on your lawn.
Right,
Yeah.
I appreciate
And it's
that.
difficult, and then I wind up smashing into coworkers'
I've,
cars.
done that. I've also hit my wife's car
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah. Somebody hit my wife's car yesterday.
Yeah.
And like a young stoned kid,
Uh-huh.
and she's like reeked of pot and all that, and she hit the car, did enough significant damage where it's got to be fixed, but
He hit her.
he hit her.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit her broadside of the whole back passenger side of the car,
Oopsies.
and it's so funny because this must have been so frustrating. I called my wife as this was happening. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And she would pick up and I'd be like, hello, hello. And I couldn't hear anything. Her car was picking up. So while she was out of it, so she's answering her phone and she can't hear me.
I got you. Yeah.
And then finally I hear my daughter go, mom's not in the car. And I go, oh, well, why didn't anybody answer me? And then that dummy, I had to call 3 times before I go, let me ask a question. Why is mom out of the car? And she goes, oh, somebody hit the car. I go, well, why wouldn't you tell me that?
Yeah.
In the first? So I drive over there. And by the time I drive over there, she's like, no, we can go. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, I called the police. They said just exchange information and file it online. I was like, oh. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it.
Did she say Bob Marley just hit my car?
No,
you guys
she
may want to
didn't.
come.
She didn't say
Cheech and
that.
Chongs.
Yeah.
No, but you don't want to get them in trouble.
That's
And
the
most of the time, you can literally open your insurance app and take pictures and like send in the claim right then and there.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to go to the police station
Yeah,
unless it's.
but
like,
also who's at fault and that type of
Yeah.
stuff. Because last time my car got hit, it was by an old lady, and she was turning right on a arrow or turning right on a red light. I had a green arrow, and I go into the first lane like you're supposed to. She came across 3 lanes and hit my back quarter panel. Yeah, so I was like, "You're totally at fault, old lady." But we scooted over, and I called the police, and the police came, and I said, "Oldie McGee over here went across 3 lanes." And he's like, "Ma'am, when you pulled out, what lane did you go into?" And she goes, "I went all the way across." And I go, "Busted." Yeah.
Got him.
We have a caller on line 1.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Goes by the name of Medicine Man. Hello, Medicine Man.
I know. I feel kind of yucky today. I've been through a lot in the last few months, and it costs, being in a hospital and with the block colon and stuff like that. And
now, are you saying that all of this accumulated into you calling Mike Calta a fat ass?
Yeah, where'd that come from?
I don't mean to call him fat ass, just like I'm trying to attack his attention in a way, but
You did, and then you said Mike Olivero didn't work for the station anymore. What's going on with you?
I heard Mike Olivero moved away a couple of weeks ago. Is he still working at the station? I moved away from his house. I don't know. I'm confused.
Oh, Mike moved. Yeah. No, but he's still here. I thought for some reason. Maybe
I like Mike Olivero. I thought he disappeared,
Mike told him that he moved.
Smart.
Hey, I moved. I don't work there.
I moved too, Medicine.
Yeah.
We were talking about Mike Olivero moving, and damn, I thought I threw a little bit off track.
Well, listen.
I'm 73 years old. Things get kind of messed up with me sometimes.
It doesn't matter. I'm very offended by the way you talked about me and how you said that I'm making money.
I call you fat ass or something,
Yeah, you call me a fat ass. It hurt my feelings, and then also to say that I'm making money. How am I making money off of you?
Somebody told me you were making money on me.
Who told you that?
I'm not totally positive about it.
I want to know who told you that.
The blogger.
Probably.
Who?
Some people. Some people tell me that.
Who?
I don't believe everything they say.
Yeah. Well,
Name names.
Maybe this is the end of our relationship, then, Medicine Man.
Oh no.
Yes.
After all this time.
Yeah, I got Love Tiger now. I don't need you.
I'm like a Ming Dynasty to you guys. I'm the man, myth, and legend. I'm very
Yeah, but you know what? You're getting
love me.
You're getting a little bit rude. You call me a fat ass. You're assuming that you should be at the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert.
Plus, you even said you're 73.
I should have been there. I haven't seen those guys in 33 years.
Yeah, I need to. It's kind of like Pat Sajak. It's time to move you out and move the new model in. Love Tiger's only 54, man. He's got another 20 years.
I could last another 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spanish had an extra ticket.
I mean, people, man, you know how many people wish me for my birthday this year? About 1,000 on my Facebook.
Yeah. On your Facebook?
You couldn't believe it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, people come up to me, like, I'm a phenomenon around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Medicine Man?
So you guys need me. Everybody needs me.
Medicine Man?
I want to tell you the stuff I said, I'm kind of like, I had this thing happen to me a couple weeks ago, and man,
listen to me. Let the music just sink in your heart, and know that our time has come.
It happened yet.
It's happening right now. It's time to say goodbye to each other for good. You got Ronnie Michaels out there. You got the Joe Show. You can call MJ. I mean, maybe Drew wants to talk to you. I don't know. I think as of today, the 25th day of June, in the year of our Lord 2020, I'm talking in the year of our Lord 2024.
And all crazy stuff we had done there, avocado rock and the boxing matches, the live skits we did on the air. I kind of missed doing I Am a Dick dictionary or my live phone interviews with people.
Medicine Man, repeat after me.
What?
Good.
What?
Good.
Good.
Bye.
Oh no.
It's officially over.
It's the end of an era.
I mean, look, I will not be abused like this. I will not be called a fat ass and be accused of. I'm basically what he accused me of was human trafficking. That I'm making money off of him.
Profiting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
To Medicine Man. Oh man. that. Sorry, I got so emotional.
This is a historic day.
That was great.
Yeah.
Our day has come.
Oh.
It has come and gone, Medicine Man. I
How
will
long
be-
does this last?
I don't know, probably like a week or so. No, I think Carmen, I'm gonna try to stay strong on this one.
Do it. You really should.
I will.
We should just block his number.
I don't need him. He needs me.
Yeah.
It's not what he says.
But it's not what he says. It's not how he feels.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are telling him, that I'm making money off of him.
A lot of projecting there. A lot
People
of
are talking. He said he missed doing the skits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
of course he does now.
Yeah, of course.
now he does
Yeah.
because it's been
Now
taken
that
away
he's-
from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this jealousy because we're
I
talking?
think so.
Because
Love
we're
Tiger.
talking, yeah.
Well,
Fixing
it
his
happens.
pool, doing things for him.
Happy birthday
Remember-
to our number one friend, Love Tiger.
We did try and help Medicine Man.
yeah.
And we tried to take all of his junk away.
And he said
then-
no.
Yeah, he said no, and then the police had to come. So that's on him.
And then we tried to call and say, hey, the police are here. And he was like, no, not happening. Not real. Not true.
Can't help everybody, Michael.
No, I know.
No, yeah.
I know, Joe. You know me.
People got to help themselves.
Can't fit everybody in the boat.
You can't help everyone. You can't get them an iPhone and expect them to do video.
Yeah. That's true.
You know, there is that.
That was
Medicine
a
Man,
curveball, yeah.
Love Tiger, Joe.
Damn, dude. I got to tell you, I did not see that one coming,
Oh, I did.
dude.
I saw it coming from a mile away.
You did?
Oh,
That got me.
The
Well
list just
done.
gets longer.
Yep.
How do I call Love Tiger? I can't figure this out now.
I have no idea.
I want to try and call him and wish him
Oh,
a happy
no.
birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday.
I don't know if he's-
He's the guy that can't
Wait,
get no
what?
love from me. Hanging on the passenger
That is a
side of
great
my
song.
best friend's right. Trying to holler at me.
Trying to call Love Tiger on this day. He'll be happy. He hates Medicine Man.
What if Bobby Tiger answers?
Oh, nothing
Best
would make
case
me
scenario.
happier. God damn, that song's just depressing at the end. Depressing at the end. Medicine Man just sent me that voice message. All right, I guess Love Tiger's busy. Maybe pooping in the CVS
Or his pool?
or his pool. Do you think? I mean, somebody's taking a squirt in that pool,
Dude.
100.
Yeah.
right?
All I got to do is look at it.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was pretty gross. So, since he didn't answer, I'm assuming he's not listening.
Yeah, he's not.
All right, so let me tell you some of the details.
Okay.
Oh, this can't be good if you're
Yeah.
making this face.
I feel
already.
like you're about to
And
be
those
sick.
hand movements.
Yeah. Your mouth looks like it's watering like you got the puke.
There was no running water in the toilets. No running water in the shower. So there was no bathing going on, and in the toilet in the master bedroom, there was no flushing going on, but there was some activity in there.
Oh,
Just
no.
leaving it.
Just leaving it, not a lot, but enough to make you go. Ugh.
Listen, you gotta go. You gotta go.
You go to the CVS.
Go to the CVS.
I know, but how far is the CVS?
Also,
That's what I'm.
what happens in the middle of the night if
Right.
you gotta go? You gotta wake Mama Tiger up to take you and drive you to the CVS. Oh, can you imagine sleeping in Love Tiger coming in and going, Ma, I have to go to the potty.
I got to tell you, to be honest with you, out of all the things we saw, the thing that disturbed me the most was that black mold.
Dude.
Oh,
Because
Yeah.
that was obvious that there was water damage. And did you see the pillow and the sheets and all the stuff on the bed? It was climbing over.
So I said to my wife, I showed it to her. I go, this isn't even funny anymore. This is sad.
Yeah.
You know? And I go, what do I do? And she's like, you got to call somebody. And I was like, no, because what happens is if you call somebody and they take him out of the family or they condemn the house, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that is responsible for that.
I didn't
even
think
though
about that.
my ultimate goal is to do something better for them. I mean, fixing their pool is the last of the priorities.
Right, yeah.
That's a
You know what I
luxury.
mean?
His
Yeah.
first priority.
Yeah.
Well,
wow.
because he's so used to peeing in the tub that he doesn't really care. I'll keep peeing in the tub, but I get to spend the summer in a nice, beautiful pool outside. That's all he cares about. And that pool is a negative 99 right now. If we got it up to a 20, we wouldn't even go in a green pool, but he'd
Yeah.
probably be like, this is the greatest thing ever.
right.
I think he was looking to the pool to like lift morale
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
house, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Live morale.
I don't know Bobby Tiger or Brian Tiger,
Oh, Tigers is.
or Mama Tiger, but I feel like Love Tiger is too smart for this. I really do. I really do. Like Love Tiger knows he's living in a den of disgust, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Because he wasn't always there, right?
Right? He was always
yeah.
at school. Now
Yeah.
he's stuck there.
Oh, man.
I only laugh because I can't get Love Tiger saying, "There are no tigers that live here" out of my head.
Let me try.
It's just me.
There's no tigers.
Poor Love.
You know what you do after you go to 8 years of college? You move back in with your mom and your two brothers.
Yeah. Those
Now
student
his
loans-
sister is married.
He has a
sister
sister?
is married with children and out of the house. She was like, "I'm leaving these lunatics," and she's normal-ish.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he should? Why didn't he move in with Medicine Man? Take on a roommate,
Dude.
Dude,
Yes.
I would buy that house.
Yes.
I would buy a house for them and put them in the
Yeah.
house together.
Dude, Medicine Man functions on his own.
Does he?
Yes.
He never smells. He's always clean.
Yeah.
I mean, Love
From what I
He's
can
Tiger.
always
tell.
clean. He gets places. He, survives on his own. Like he's buying his own food
Yeah.
and doing stuff and going from one place to another. Could you imagine Love Tiger getting from point A to point B?
No.
No.
Like
Without help.
I think Medicine Man is just a hoarder.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, a little
you know what I
bit.
mean? Like, because he showers, like Galvin said, he showers, he smells good, like he never stinks. So I think Medicine Man's problem is just a hoarder. He
Maybe-
can't get rid of anything.
I don't know if that's his only problem.
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Maybe he could help Love Tiger. They
Yeah.
could, teach him
He
hygiene.
could foster Love Tiger.
Yes, yeah. Be a better parent
Right,
to him
yeah.
than his parents have been.
I think then you would have to let him back on the show.
if Love Tiger lives with him,
That's
If
his
Medicine
penis.
Man would foster Love Tiger at his house.
He has extra rooms.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You could give him
I don't know
corn
if Love Tiger would
tickets.
do it.
Corn tickets.
I believe they've made out with each other before.
Oh.
That's uncomfortable.
It's time for Medicine Man to give back to the community.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good step.
He's been taking for many years.
He's a taker.
He definitely has to have an extra room in the
He
house.
has an extra room.
Yeah.
And I mean, imagine the things that Love Tiger could bring to Medicine Man that
course.
Medicine Man's unaware of. Love Tiger's probably a good dainty cook.
Yeah.
We gotta. I know this may be a tall order, but if we could set up cameras in there,
Listen to me. I'll buy them a
and
house. If we
charge
can set
people,
it
you
up.
know what I mean? Because the amount of annoyed Medicine Man would be with Love Tiger and vice versa would be worth its weight in gold.
Listen,
Oh, and you just have different people drop in. Special guests this week.
So one time on the show, we're in afternoons. We did a thing that I can't even say the
Oh,
name
yeah.
of anymore.
Mm.
And we put Love Tiger, Medicine Man, Winn-Dixie Bagger Lisa,
I
her
remember
brother,
this.
Tongueless Brett.
Tongueless Brett, and I think that might have
That
been
was
one
it.
more weirdo. No, all right. We put them all in my office.
Dom's office.
I'm sorry, Dom's office.
Yeah.
Locked the doors, closed the blinds, and we just, not secretly, but we videotaped them and watched them for an hour. And then every once in a while, we just introduce stuff under the door. We'd slide a
Yeah.
Playboy under
Yeah.
the door. We'd send snacks in there or something like that.
Yeah,
And
what's
just,
that?
and
A birthday cake?
just watch
Yeah.
how they reacted to it. It was fantastic. It was like having sea monkeys.
It was the best. And my favorite part of that whole thing is Tongueless Brett didn't have a lot of teeth.
Glendale.
Oh, that's who it was.
Glendale
Yeah.
was in there, yeah.
He did not have a lot of teeth, and then you had a Corona in there that I think was like 6 years old. And do you remember he opened it with his
teeth-
one
his
tooth? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because if
It
it,
was
falls
impressive.
out,
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Falls out, he doesn't have a can opener anymore.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. Then maybe that one they extra glued in there so
Oh,
they can
dude.
do that. I miss those days. I would love to watch that one day, Joe.
Yeah. That was one of the biggest fights Joe and I ever got in.
Wow.
That was
when
one
I
of
was
the earliest ones.
Yeah, because I didn't really know much about,
Life.
Cowhead TV, at the time. So Joe's having me like set up wiring and rigging up cameras, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I just hear Joe yell from the other room, look at what you're showing me. Look
What am
in
I
the
looking
camera."
at?
Yeah.
Well, in the significant turn of events,
Yeah.
we've officially parted with Medicine Man.
Oh.
Again.
Oh.
Oh,
Again.
sad.
Carmen, look at your text real quick.
Okay.
He should foster Love Tiger.
Could be a way back
Can
in.
he adopt him?
Even better. Imagine, I'm sure Love Tiger would move the 70s, 80s JJ Love Train show to Medicine Man's
Yes.
house.
Yeah.
It's true. They could
No, he's-
set it up.
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Have a studio.
Yeah.
He's got a co-host.
Got new music for you.
Fat ass. And
Wait a second. I played new music and all of a sudden I heard something.
fat ass.
Whoa, I don't like that at all.
Fat ass.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, listen to this song.
I know this.
I've heard this at the circus before. Oh. Oh. Oh, I know exactly.
Oh, this is Cory Feldman's new song, The Joke. I'm gonna shut it because I don't know if he says F.
Fat ass.
Hey, this is getting ridiculous now. That is Cory Feldman, who is going to join us at 9:15 on this show.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, let's take a quick break, and we come back. If you'd like to call in, we'll take your phone calls. And I don't know, no Dom today because Cory Feldman bumped him. So we'll do him another day this week if we have time. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Cory Feldman's on tour at Limp Bizkit. How crazy is that?
Pretty crazy.
I'm very excited.
But he won't be here though, right?
No, I think so.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was not on this tour. Well, that's his. All right, when is that?
It is August 20
you got
something.
time.
Yeah.
You got time. It's Cory Feldman. It's Limp Bizkit. It's that guy that I want to punch him in the face, Riff Raff.
August 7th.
Yeah, and then somebody else.
You don't like Riff Raff?
Julio Fulio. No, who likes Riff Raff?
I don't know.
Like, what is that guy?
I don't know, but isn't that where Franco got his inspiration for that a Spring Break movie?
Probably.
Yeah.
He was exactly playing that
right?
guy,
Yeah. Which that movie is way underrated.
Yeah, it is. I think it was weird because I think because they used Disney characters, like the girls who used to work on Disney, and they made a movie that was like kind of more real. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's about drugs." And it was actually a pretty good movie.
Good.
And you know those movies that disturb me like that? The Alpha Dog makes me sick.
Oh man,
I can't. Alpha Dog is a great movie, but after I watch it, I feel bad for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Same way I did after the Lady Gaga movie, The Star Is Born. I was so upset after that movie. I was like, oh, it's terrible.
I forgot about Alpha Dog.
Alpha Dog just was like, I don't know if Alpha Dog bothered me more because I had a kid at the time, and I was like, you just can't control what these idiots do.
Yeah.
Or just one of those, what would I do in that situation kind of things that bug me out.
Speaking of kids, did you ever watch the movie Kids?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, it's done like it's almost like a documentary.
Yeah.
It seems like, and it is terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Not terrible. It's a good
It's
movie.
a really good movie, but it's just. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens, and the ending.
Yeah, but the acting is so good that you believe that you're watching these kids.
It's like you're almost watching a documentary.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'll have to check it out.
You should. Yeah,
Be
for
sad
sure.
for a couple days.
It's weird and sad and gross and all kind of stuff.
Damn.
There was another one that where they I think it was called Bully or something where they it had that James King girl was in there. And it may have been the same guy that did Kids.
Yeah, I saw
it may have been the same guy.
It was a lot of the same cast.
Yeah, and it was a lot of the kind of the same thing where there was this guy and they were going to kill the guy, and it's a bunch of teenagers, and it's a wild movie too. That was good though too.
Oh, now I'm all disturbed.
Yeah.
No word from Love Tiger on his birthday.
Oh man,
mean messages from Medicine Man on my voicemail, among other places. It's not nice, but it is what it is.
It is not nice.
It is not. Carmen, you got to help me to stay strong.
Okay.
When he calls in tomorrow and he's like, "I want to be on the show and be your friend again," we're like, "No."
Oh yeah, no, I'm not even putting them through.
All right, good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. That's easy for me.
Spanish. If you read the headline, don't answer. I'm going to ask you this question: how many kids does Elon Musk have?
I did not read the headline. I'm going to guess 10.
Why 10?
Seems like
if he had 10 kids, don't you think we would know? Wouldn't it be like more of a story? Elon Musk has 10 kids.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel
You're
like
out. So, Carmen, do you know?
I don't know. There's a story a couple years ago that he has a lot of kids with a lot of different baby mamas. It's like 8. It's up there. It's 8 or 10. Yeah.
Calvin, do you know?
I do know.
Joe, do you?
I'm going to guess 7.
If you had asked me this morning before I read the news story, how many kids does Elon Musk have, I would have said 1, and it's got that weird name with the numbers in it.
Yeah.
And it's with that girl who is kind of weird and hot, yet not.
So it's exactly the same. Had I not read the headline and known, if you would ask me, I would have said one.
Elon Musk confirms Spanish 12th child.
Ooh,
12. As he and Siobhan Zilis welcomed the new baby earlier this year.
Jesus.
He has 12 children.
Jesus.
Yeah, when I remember the story when him and Grimes were expecting their first baby, it was like number 10, I'm assuming now, but he had a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women, and he was like, I'm trying to start my own school and my own army, basically.
He's getting close.
Yeah.
It likes to spread his seed.
Yeah.
He told Page 6 of the Post that his newest edition was not by any means a secret, but thought releasing a statement on the birth of the child would have been a bit bizarre. I'm trying to see if it has all the kids. It says the babies whose names or sexes have not been revealed is Musk's 12th child. So they don't even know if it's a boy or a girl.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I don't think he was like in a relationship with all the moms. I think was like a coworker that was extremely smart, and he was just like, I want to have a baby with you because our offspring would be genetically like a better.
Yeah, one of his a chick that works in the office.
Yeah.
Well, he has 2 babies previously with this woman, this Zilis woman, who is the executive of Musk's brain-computer interface company Neuralink. So I guess that's right.
So according to this,
in the office.
According to this, he has twins and triplets with his first wife.
Oh, man.
The twins are Xavier and Damien, both boys. Then he has Kai, Saxon, and Damien, all boys.
Another Damien?
I guess. So he has twins, one's
right.
named Damien, and triplets, one's named Damien. Then he has 2 children with Grimes. That's the one, X-Ash A12.
Yeah.
And then he has a daughter named Exa Dark Siderel Musk.
Cider-Rail?
Siderel? Yeah.
You guys
he
think Cory Feldman's crazy.
He had twins with that Siobhan Zilis, who was the executive of his company, Neuralink. So then I don't know all the different kids' names.
You know they're going to put Neuralink in that baby.
Oh, 100%, dude.
I mean, why do you think they're having twins and triplets? So they're doing something and they're replicating.
He has Griffin Musk, the son of Elon Musk, and whoever.
Griffin Musk is my favorite cologne from the 80s. I used to wear
Vivian Jenna Wilson, formerly known as Griffin's twin. So he's just banging out a bunch of twins?
Something's going on.
Well, you have a better chance of having twins if it's in the family.
Yeah, but I mean, how many sets of twins?
If you're having that many twins and triplets and stuff, you're doing something. You're manipulating something.
My cousin Nicole had 2 sets of twin girls, one after the other. Yeah, something's crazy is going on.
That's too much.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to look at that same face 4 times.
Right?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean.
I don't need to see that.
And
were they identical?
Yeah, both sets are identical.
Wow.
Yeah. And they very much, like, I love them, but they very much look like the 2 little girls from The Shining.
I bet most twin girls do.
Yeah.
You know?
My brother's got identical twin girls.
What are they like? Creepy?
I can't. I mean,
I'm surprised you didn't
now
ask how old
They
they were.
listen.
yeah, they're like 16, 17, and I can never really tell them apart.
Right?
Still, yeah. So I'm like, hey, how are you? How are
Do
you?
they do they dress alike?
No, they don't.
Do they have similar names? Or they both like start with the same letter?
Yeah.
Hey!
Dude,
One wears glasses, the other one doesn't, but I can't remember which
And
one
you
is
still
which.
can't
No,
tell them apart.
come
No,
on.
that's
No.
that's on you.
you're not paying attention.
Yeah, I totally admit.
You're the worst.
My kids, that's their cousin, and they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Who are
Bad
these
Uncle
people?
Gio.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What does that say? Portnoy announces what?
Second One Bite Pizza Festival. So he's going to do that to have One Bite Pizza Festival again.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
But they really took nothing and turned it into something huge.
Oh, yeah.
Good for them. I'm just going to eat pizza.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I was watching, he has that Miss Peaches, the dog that he rescued. And
cute.
But talk about the life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You went from being in an overcrowded shelter and all this stuff to now you live in Nantucket and you have everybody
Sometimes
sending
you're in
you-
Miami.
Yeah. Everybody's sending you stuff, and every hotel you go to, they set up a little tent for you and treats and different sweaters and all. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I saw him the other day. He put Mitch Peaches in a pool because it was too hot in Miami. So he's got our own little pool that you can lay in.
Yeah.
This dog is great.
Miss Peaches.
This is great. All right, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. Cory Feldman is, I got to look at this, man. What is he promoting?
He's promoting
I mean,
his
he's Cory
single.
Feldman. That's enough.
Yeah, his tour and his
Hold on. He's
single
promoting
that you played.
His single, The Joke, which I played, which I have to tell you, if it was just that guitar riff, you guys wouldn't have been like,
For sure.
Well, who is that? It's officially dropping on the 22nd. Today is the 25th, so it's out.
Oh,
it's out there for
ready
everybody to go
yeah.
find. I went and found it on Spotify.
The Limp Bizkit tour is the Loserville tour.
Yes.
Sweet.
Loserville. I feel like Fred Durst is the only one who gets the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their last album was called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Although they didn't. They were very good.
I thought the album was very good. I liked it.
Really? The new one?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Anybody playing it? That's so hard to get. Even Limp Bizkit can't get out. You can't get radio play.
I think a band like that, you've got your dedicated fan base that's just going to go find your new music, which that's really a lot of bands from that time.
Well, I can tell you, down at Rockville, people were very excited to see Limp Bizkit. They headlined the one night, and it was absolutely packed, and everybody was into it.
Yeah. They're great live. It's so good.
Not everybody. At least that's what it looked like when I was leaving.
But you had to admit it didn't suck.
No, and I did stay for a few songs, and like I know what Limp Bizkit is, whatever. So yeah, they put on a great show,
It's
and
fun.
they did, But yeah, it was wild.
I am sure that you probably talked about this. Paige Van Zandt doing the power slap stuff.
No, actually, we didn't get to that.
Oh, such a pretty face. Why?
Yeah, I know.
I asked her such a pretty face, why fight? And now she's
bare knuckle.
doing that.
Yeah,
Oh,
But also that power slap, I can't get my head around it. It's not entertaining to me. It's not something that I want to watch at all. I love combat sports. I love MMA. I love boxing. But
that's not even a combat sport.
Yeah,
that's just an endurance thing.
Dude, I saw, and it's not even like there's big guys, there's little guys, there's all this, that, whatever. I saw one guy the other day who was just like this, like his face looked like it was sliding off of his face.
Yeah.
He was like this, and I go, and you're going to go again?
Yeah.
He's trying to get it pushed back in the right position.
I did see a clip the other day that made me laugh. The guy smacks it, or one guy talks crap. He smacks him. The guy doesn't even barely even flinches. The next guy smacks him. He falls down, hits his head, and then the guy starts humping. He starts humping him, and he's like, "Yeah, bitch."
Listen, I've made no secret that I love my daughter more than anybody. And one time we were playing, and she reached up and smacked me and hit me in the nose. And for a second, I wanted to drill her in the face.
Yeah.
I looked at her and I went, I almost gave her one of those. And I thought that's from, she was probably like 7 at the time. That's coming from a 7-year-old. Can you imagine? I let some 300-pound guy just open palm smack me on the side of my cheekbone. Oh my God, that is so. I can't imagine what that feels like. Your head just got hit with a baseball bat.
Dana White's dumping a ton of money into it, and he says it's going to be like the next big thing.
It's not.
Yeah.
I think it's
But it's been around for how long now?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's getting crowds and stuff. Maybe I just don't like it, but I don't.
Also, to Dana White, I mean, how much he's dumping money into it, it could be like pennies to him. You know what I mean?
That's true.
His $10 million is nothing.
But I mean, they told him the same thing with you when he first bought the UFC. Probably like, hey man, this is horrible. It's never going to work.
Oh look,
and he fixed it.
He did fix it. He did fix it. I watched something this weekend. Was there UFC on this weekend, or was it? Yeah. I watched something that was guys just beating the snot out of each other. It's interesting to me. Is I like it better when I know the history of the guys and you know a little something going in. But sometimes you don't have to know anybody. You just watch two crazy Mexicans just beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. All right, let me take a break. When we come back, we'll get some commercials out of the way so that Cory Feldman can join us. Not quite in the studio, but on the phone.
By the way, for that new single that he has, what is it called?
The Joke.
The Joke. Fred Durst directed the video.
Oh, I did know that.
Yeah.
I did know that. Yeah. We'll talk to Cory about that and other things next on 102.5 The Bone. Love Tiger? Oh, I got video too.
Yeah.
LT?
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. How are things going?
All right.
We may have to pick up this conversation after, because Cory Feldman's going to call in. You familiar with Cory Feldman?
Yeah, he was in some he was in a movie with wasn't he in a movie with Pauly Shore back in the day?
Which one? I mean, probably.
Wasn't he in a movie with Pauly Shore?
It sounds like it makes sense, but I don't know. Love Tiger.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
54 years old today. I don't know if you heard earlier in the show, but we're officially done with Medicine Man.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't listening?
No, I just woke up about 25 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, we're officially done with Medicine Man. He called me a fat ass.
Wow.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Me too.
Fat,
What's that, Medicine Man?
fat ass.
See, that's not very nice.
Oh my God.
That's not very
That's
nice.
so rude.
That is rude.
By the way, I found my Calta Show tank top that you gave me a few years ago.
Oh yeah. Hot. Are you wearing it now?
Right out by the pool.
Oh,
Yes.
that's not right.
Whoops.
Now, explain to me something about the house that we found out. No running water in the house at all.
We have water. We have water now. Yeah.
Now, after my guy went there and fixed it, right?
Right. Right.
So where were you showering? Where were you doing that?
We did it.
For how long?
Mike, don't ask stupid questions.
No, I need to know these things. How long has it been that there's been no showering going on in the house?
A couple of months.
It must be pretty stinky, huh?
Yeah.
Is everybody happy now that we have the water? It's like one of those movies where you hit oil. You're like, hey, we struck gold.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Is Bobby Tiger happy now, or is he still angry?
Let's just talk about me, please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. That's in line.
Carmen, will you let me know when Cory Feldman calls, and I'll talk to Love Tiger up until then?
Yep.
Thank you. So let me ask you a question.
Good morning, Carmen.
No.
Good morning.
If you let me ask you a question. If you can have the pool up and running or a kiss on the lips from Carmen for your birthday, what would you rather have?
Ooh. It's a tough one.
I would have the pool.
Wow. Carmen, you are losing it.
That's good.
No, you're losing it.
Yeah.
He'll get more out of the pool than one kiss.
Yeah, you can't pee in Carmen.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Ew.
Have you guys ever used a pool for a bathroom?
No.
I mean, don't say it like it's so crazy. You've been using the bathtub.
Nothing's only animal.
What's that?
At any point, Love Tiger,
Animals.
when the water was not running, and you guys would go to CVS to make a boom boom, would you clean up in the CVS sink? Would you like wash yourself in the sink, or what would you do?
I would wash myself. Yeah.
Did you ever have one of those middle of the night, I got to make a poops? Hello?
No, I said.
Oh, I didn't hear. Okay, don't get snotty with me. Next thing you know, you're going to call me a fat ass.
No, I would never do that.
All right, thank you. All right, so what do you want for your birthday? You want nudes of Carmen? Or
No.
No, you don't?
No.
All right, I'm going to take them back then. What do you want for your birthday?
A nice pool.
Yeah, but that's not like, I mean, you can't just hand out pools. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know if the pool thing's ever going to happen. I mean, at least you're able to. Did the toilets work now or no?
Yes.
Toilets are working. The showers are working. I mean, it's entirely different lifetime at the Tiger household.
Right.
Yeah. You're welcome. By the way, you didn't even say thank you.
I know. I said thank you the other day
Yeah,
to the guy.
To the guy?
The person who did it. I said thank you.
Yeah, me. I did. I'm the one who did it.
Okay. You did. Thank you.
Listen, we have an idea, and I'm not sure if you're going to be too keen on this or not, but we don't feel like you living in that house is the safest thing for you. Would you be interested in living with Medicine Man? Rent free.
Hell no.
Why
Hell
not?
no.
Why not? He's got
Because
running
he called
water.
you a fat ass.
No, it's all right. Listen, he's got running water. He's got a backyard. He's got toilets that work. There's no tigers in his house. I think that would be the best environment for you. You thinking about it?
No mold.
That would be like Spanish because he's. I don't want to live in. I want to live here. I love my family.
Mike Calta.
All right, Love Tiger. We'll have to call you back. Yes, Carmen.
Okay.
All right.
Our special guest is on the hotline.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the hotline and welcome to the show. Well, back to the show, Cory Feldman. Cory, how are you, sir?
Hello, how are you?
Cory, I got to tell you, I'm so disappointed. Last time you were in town, we were so close to having you here. You were here for like a Comic-Con, and we were arguing with your publicist to get you over here, and you were like, no, I want to do it. We want to get you in the studio so bad, but it's good to have you on the phone today. How are you doing?
Well, good. Thank you so much. Better late than never, I suppose. Sorry, my voice is not doing so good because it is only 6 a.m. here in Los Angeles. What time is it over there?
It's 9 o'clock.
9, right?
It's 9 o'clock, and it sucks getting up early, doesn't it? It's terrible, and I appreciate you doing it.
It sure does.
Yeah, a lot of sleep.
No problem. I love doing it. Anything for my fans.
Oh, and I am a fan. And let me tell you, how is the tour going with Limp Bizkit?
Well, it hasn't started yet, so pretty great.
Oh, well, it comes here in August, but I thought that it already started on the road. So it's you, Limp Bizkit, a Riff Raff. Who else is on that tour?
Let's see. Then you've got Nate No Face. He's great. Have you seen him yet? He's a wild character. Really, really cool. Yeah, just a crazy dude, but yet he seems to like have a really good attitude. So I'm very interested in spending time all summer, in fact, with him. And then you've got Riff Raff, you've got Bones, and of course Bones' special guest Eddie Baker. So it should be a good time. I think it's going to be crazy.
Now, how does this happen? Are you friends with Fred Durst, or there's got to be some sort of connection there because it doesn't seem like the most likely matchup, but yet it sounds like it's going to be awesome.
Well, that's true. It is not really that unlikely of a mashup, not in Fred and I's minds, I suppose, because Fred and I have been friends for over a decade. In fact, Fred actually appeared on my last album, Angelic to the Core. We did a song together called Seamless. That came out in 2016. So, around that time, I think 2014, 2015, we did a live show together where I performed with Limp Bizkit. We've, done some charity work together. So, yeah, Fred and I have a history. It goes back. But speaking of our work together, have you seen our newest venture, Fred's direction of my music video?
I actually have. I did a lot of Cory Dig Deep this weekend. I watched the interview that you did with Howie Mandel, which I thought was very good, and then I learned a lot of stuff about the two of you guys. And I watched the video for the new song, The Joke, and I also just want to bring up that something you brought up to Howie Mandel that I thought made a lot of sense. There was two things you brought up that I thought spoke volumes. One is that if I assume before hearing the song is very heavy. It's got rock riffs coming right out of the gate. We played it a little bit earlier on the show, and I always just assumed you because of your influence and of your dancing, or you grew up with Michael Jackson. I just assumed your stuff was all going to be dance pop stuff. I had no idea you had a whole rock end to you.
Oh, yeah. No, I've been doing rock since I started, to be honest. And then obviously the very beginning was very poppy because I was, a 15-year-old, living in a pop teen idol world. But even then, even if you listen to my early demos, it started off pretty heavy. In fact, I would say in my first 5 songs that I wrote and recorded were some real heavy hitters like Raucous Danny 2, and It's So Simple. Those are all rock songs, and they were in my very, very earliest recordings, which in fact you can hear if you pick up a copy of my box set, Love Left 2.1, which includes my last album, Love Left 2, Army with Love, but it also includes a remix remaster of my very first album, which came out all the way back in 1994, kids, and that album was called Love Left, and it's celebrating its 30th anniversary, and that was last year. But on top of it, there's also, stuff that was a rarities album, like stuff that was never released, or it was only released as the soundtrack for a movie. And I did about 10 movie soundtracks. One of those movie soundtracks was Rock and Roll High School Forever. And so there was about 3 songs I think I did in the movie, which were all originals. And in the film, it's kind of the version that the producers of the soundtrack wanted. But those aren't actually the original recordings that I did. The original recordings I did when I was about 15 or 16 years old, and I played them for the producers around when I was 18 years old and said, this is what I've got. And they said, oh, we like these songs, but we want to kind of modernize them or make them more contemporary. And they cheesed them out, and they made them these kind of 80s Euro rock, Euro pop type songs. But the truth of the matter is the original versions hit much harder. They're much harder rockers. And we finally released them in their original format on the box set. So you can hear those songs now if you really want to hear the history of my rock and roll stuff. But on top of that, I guess many people don't realize I have a whole other band, which is called Truth Movement. And that band is actually a classic rock kind of almost like a tribute band, although it's all, but it's like a tribute to that era, to that vein. And it actually features two members of Pink Floyd and a member of Rat Dog, Bob Weir's band, Rat Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. John Karen and Scott Page, both appear. They're both from Pink Floyd, of course, appear on the album. In fact, John Karen co-wrote and co-produced 7 of the songs on the album. On top of it, we got Storm Thurgeson, who did all of Pink Floyd's artwork, to do our artwork for that album, which ended up being his very last concept album before he passed away.
Wow.
So, yes, I am very grateful to have a distinct etch in the rock and roll annals, whatever that might be.
Well, yeah, you've had some career in music, but I have to tell you, over the weekend, I came across Lost Boys just happened to be popping up on television, and I watched a couple of minutes of it, and I started thinking about Stand By Me and Goonies. What a brilliant child actor you were. Do you miss acting at all? Do you still do acting? Would you like to do? You know, all these movies from the 80s are getting either a remake or a resurgence. Are you still interested in that stuff?
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. No. I don't want to redo anything. No, leave it alone. If it's done, it's done.
No. But I mean, are you still, I know obviously you had a rough childhood, but are you still interested in acting, or are you kind of done with that?
I mean, look, I'm on soft retirement. That's what I call it. I will do the occasional movie if I feel the right, vibe. Like if it's a great script, if it's got, great actors, great director, I can really relate to the role, it's something that challenges me, then it's something that I might be considering. But it's not something I pursue anymore. I do it kind of haphazardly. But I do have a great film coming out in theaters, actually, my first theaters in a couple of decades, I would say. The last film I had in wide release was at least a couple of decades ago, but I've had some art house films and things like that. I had The M Word, which was out in 2013, I believe. Corbin Nash movie came out in 2019, and then of course my Truth documentary, which was meant to be on this silver screen, but then in people's homes. So, but that came out in 2020. So that was really my last feature film that I released, and I've got about 4 or 5 cameos in the pipeline. This one is very special. It's called The Birthday, and it will be out on the silver screen in theaters in October through Draft House Cinema. And it is a real gem. It's a real gem. I think people are really going to like it. It's a film that I star in. I'm in literally single scene of the film. I'm basically in every shot of the film, but it's a real cinematic masterpiece, according to Jordan Peele, who helped pioneer. But it's a very exciting film.
Yeah, I did. Now I know what you're talking about. I read about that with Jordan Peele. Okay, good. This is Cory Feldman, who we're talking to. Cory Feldman has got his new album, his new song, The Joke, dropped on the 22nd. It's available. We listened to it on Spotify earlier today. It must be hard, radio the way it is now. I don't even know how to get airplay anymore. But are you finding people are playing, or at least finding it on the online?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. The Joke is already my number 2 song, I believe, on Spotify. So it's very quickly kind of leapt up to the top of whatever the charts are as far as my personal music. I don't know where it's sitting comparatively yet because it's only been out a few days, but it seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. I have some friends that do radio in New York City on Sirius XM. They're on the Bonfire. Are you familiar with them? Big Jay Okerson and Robert Kelly.
I wouldn't be friends with them.
But I'm friends with Bobby. He's my number 1 best friend. But Big J Okerson.
I don't know who that is.
Big J Okerson is on that show. He says you guys used to be friends and now you don't hang out anymore. He thinks you're mad at him. And I said, well, I'm talking to Cory Feldman tomorrow. Maybe I could mend that fence, but you don't even know who he is?
No, I mean, I've heard of that guy because he's on that show and they constantly invoke my name. So of course about it, but I don't know. I've never listened to the show. I could really not care less. It's a mean-spirited show, and anybody that spends their time trying to dismantle somebody's ability, dismantle somebody's reputation, speak, in evil ways about somebody they don't even know. I've never met the guy, so I don't.
My bad.
I don't know why he's going around telling people that, but
I'm friends with the other guy. I'm friends with Bobby. The Big J and I. In fact, I don't really like him that much either. I'm going to be honest with you. He is kind of mean-spirited. But anyway, back to Cory Feldman.
Yeah, I mean, it's just who spends their days, digging other people apart. It's just I've got better things to do with my life. I believe in positive energy, spreading love, spreading truth. There's enough negativity in the world.
I got you. I'm with you. My bad. I thought I was trying to do something good, and I ended up disrupting it. Let me ask you this question. What would Michael Jackson be doing today if he was alive?
Well, I imagine he would be doing what he did when he was alive. He'd be making music. He'd be creating. He'd be, probably pointing the finger back at all these people that are, getting in trouble for all these terrible deeds with children. That's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Were you surprised by, or not surprised, I'm sure, but were you aware of the stuff in that Disney documentary that came out when you were like, oh, this is what I've been telling you for years?
Not Disney. I think you're speaking about Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. I'm sorry, Nickelodeon. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's in fact, 4 of the names that were mentioned in that documentary were previously mentioned in my documentary, My Truth, back in 2020. So
But do you feel a little vindicated
about the people?
Do you feel a little vindicated because when you're the first person to come out and say, everybody points to you and says, well, this guy's a weirdo, and then all of a sudden as time goes on, you're like, holy cow, that weirdo was actually telling the truth.
Yeah, well, it takes people to realize that's fine. At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the kids who are out there suffering, and it's about, the people who've gotten away with this for so long. So I'll feel vindicated when, the laws have changed and children are protected within our union. That's when I'll feel vindicated.
Yeah, well, this is Cory Feldman, a champion for children, but also a musical artist, an actor. And we were just talking about it earlier. Limp Bizkit and Cory Feldman and the Loserville Tour is coming here in August, and we're very much looking forward to seeing you when you come to town. I think this is great. This area loves you. I mean, you see when you come here for the cons how people line up for you. I think you're going to have a great time here.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I can't wait to perform for all of you. I can't wait to do this tour. I think it's going to be a blast. Although, people who've seen our shows in the past are used to the fact that I do a pretty long show normally. We play normally for like 2.5 hours. This time, it's going to be a much different situation because we are only the mirror openers. So I think we're only doing like a half-hour set. So you got to get there early if you want to see us. But you can also get VIP backstage after-show tickets. If you go to my website at coryfeldman.net, you can actually buy the VIP tickets. They're on sale now. And meet us after the show, take a picture, get your Goonies t-shirt signed, get your merch signed. It's all good.
What's the most, when you go to the cons and stuff, what's the thing that the most people, I mean, to me, you have so many great movies, and obviously Goonies is popular, but brilliant in Stand By Me. You're brilliant acting job in Stand By Me. But is Goonies obviously the most popular thing?
I'll tell you, it depends on what con you're at. It depends where you're at. And you know what? Even that doesn't necessarily mean anything because everybody's got their favorites. I've got, by the grace of God, I've got like 18 number one movies, right? So there's a lot of people with a lot of different favorites. But that said, I love all my fans, no matter what they're a fan of. I appreciate them. I appreciate their support. And, it's always great to see them. So I'm always excited to do appearances, but I'm really excited about bringing my music to a whole new audience. I'm very grateful for Fred giving me that opportunity to cut into a new audience, So I think it's going to be a great summer.
Good. The new single is called The Joke. It's available everywhere. I listened to it earlier. We played it on the show. It's heavy. It's good. And if I didn't tell you, if I said, who is this, you would not guess Cory Feldman. So check it out. And Cory, it's great to catch up with you, and we'll look forward to seeing you in August, buddy.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
Have a great time and a great tour. There you, all right.
See you later.
All right, bye.
All right.
Now listen, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of me that wants to just to start tearing into Cory, but I think about it. Cory Feldman he was the first person to come out and say Hollywood people are raping children. We are getting abused. He's the one that said Charlie Sheen was raping the other Cory in that movie. And he was the first one to say it, and as a result, his career and life has just been crazy. And his best buddy that he hung out with, his role model, was Michael Jackson, which probably didn't help him out much more. I mean, maybe helped him a lot. I don't know, but what I'm just saying is, I have no reason to fight and argue with Cory Feldman. I like him. I feel like his music is surprisingly better than you would think it is, and he is on tour with Limp Bizkit, and you are not.
If you would like to go see Cory and get the VIP meet and greet after show and all that stuff, what do you think that runs?
So I would imagine you have to buy a ticket to the show is going to cost you about $100.
Okay, this is just for the meet and greet.
Right.
And stuff.
So I'm saying you're already in $100.
Yeah.
Then $150 gets you backstage to meet Cory.
No, it does not.
Okay. $250. Can you tell me what it includes?
So it says, please
he said
note,
party.
This is after show VIP meet and greet for Cory Feldman. And it doesn't say, let's see, VIP ticket, Feldman only, VIP tickets sold per show each night, this and that. So it doesn't really say what is
so you're
all
just meeting
involved.
and greeting them.
Yeah, you're meeting and greeting.
And it's more than $100.
Only 100 tickets will be sold each night for the VIP experience.
So if you want to get your Goonie shirt signed, it's going to cost you $250.
$220. So you're saving a little, or 4 easy no interest payments on PayPal of $55.
All right, we got time. It's not till August.
Wow.
I don't think that I would do that. I don't think I'd pay to go and meet Cory, but I do like him, and he's listen to me. You're talking about one of the best child actors in my generation. Stand By Me. He did such a great job in that movie. He was an old man in a kid's body in Goonies. He was great in Lost Boys. I mean, he did his job as a child actor. He did great, all while getting raped by other people. I mean, think about it. I mean, he managed to be able to have this great career as a child actor, all while being abused by adults.
I don't know. Do they have that Academy Award, Best Child Actor while getting raped?
No. And maybe next year they're pushing for it, but I don't know.
Rough.
And then, all these times you look at Cory Feldman, you're like crazy. Oh, the other thing I picked up from the Howie Mandel interview is that, and Cory is very honest about it. He said, all these videos and memes that you see, which we didn't have all these years, are me getting hit in the mouth of the microphone and me yelling at them to turn the lights on. He's like, those are 4 seconds out of 20 years of my career that they've turned into these memes. And he's like, it is what it is. I like a guy who could roll with it. A guy who could say, hey, it is what it is. It's part of the deal, being famous.
He was so close to coming here into the studio during that Comic-Con that was in town.
You get Cory Feldman in here in the studio, it's an entirely different interview than it is me talking to 10 minutes on the phone. I love that we turned on Big J. Okerson. I turned on him.
That was so
I was
good.
like, I don't really know that guy. I don't really like him. I'm sending Jay that audio
negative.
right now. I knew there was some sort of heat. I think Jay actually liked Cory, but I think that they, because Bobby was like, hey, make sure you mention the bonfire. Say bonfire. Because I knew that was going to light him up. But anyway, I'll be providing that audio to Big J. Okerson today.
That was great.
I just hope nobody calls me a fat ass.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Forget it. All right, we got to take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Do you know this comedian that is coming in? Spanish asked me about him, and I said no, but then the Big T said, you at Renee Vaca?
Oh, yeah.
Funny?
So I sent him to you. He seems like he's pretty funny. I only saw like one clip of him, so I haven't watched much more. But yeah, he seemed like he was pretty funny.
Spanish asked me, and I was like, no. And then he goes, but BT said Galvin was asking about him. So I was like, oh, all right, let me look into him. So maybe we'll have him come on.
Hell yeah.
All
Check him out. See what you think.
Yeah, all right. What's his name? Speaking of Cory Feldman, the kid from the Nickelodeon documentary, what is that kid's name that was on that show?
Oh, Drake Bell?
Drake Bell is coming to town too.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Is he talking or is he singing?
I think he sings.
No, he does sing. Like he played the amphitheater before.
It's like a concert.
Oh, that's very interesting. Well, I'd like to have him on the show.
Yeah. Yes. I bet he's got some wild stories.
Oh, well, I've heard some of them.
And remember, he was missing for a while and all that stuff that was going on.
Poor kid. These poor kids, man. All right, let me go to the phones before we get out of here. Let's go to Sean. Sean, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning. How is everybody?
Good. How are you? Now, you've been working on Love Tiger's pool?
Yeah, man. I own my own little company. It's called Polished Pools and Patios. And I was working with Tom, the tree man, last week. So I went out there. I live in Holiday. It's like an hour drive for me. I went out there to look at it, and I've never seen anything in my 53 years of walking this planet of something so awful.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had to think outside the box on that one. So what I did is I went online, and I looked at it as if it's a pond or a lake. And I got some algicide that eats algae out of ponds. It's designed to eat like beds.
Right.
So his pool's about 10,000 gallons. I put enough enzyme in there for 30,000 gallons yesterday.
Wow.
And I scraped all the walls. I went and bought a floor scraper and scraped all the walls down so it was a big glob of crap. And then put the enzyme in, and I'm waiting for Tom to call me back to see what it looks like today.
Oh, good. So we may have some new pictures. Oh, we could have had Love Tiger go out there and do it. We'll see today. Hey, in the meantime, can I hook you up with some tickets or something for your time?
I'm doing this to try to help you guys out. I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah.
He needs to open some windows.
He needs what?
You open some windows.
Oh, yeah. It's a little stuffy in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs ventilation, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not doing, and I felt bad for him. I'm like, he needs somebody to take care of him.
He's got two brothers and a mother. I mean, he's got people there. They're just they're worse than he is.
Yeah, it sounds like they can't take care of themselves either. It's none of my business. But I felt bad. The enzyme cost me like $100. I don't care about that. I wanted to see if it would do something for him because it is so bad. I don't know. Pool company that would do it. And my company, Polished Pools and Patios, I do a drain and clean service. I couldn't throw my sub pumps in because there's so much algae.
Holy. Well, hopefully this clears it up, and maybe we can go to stage 2 after this.
Yeah, man. I'll keep you posted. Like I said, I've been speaking with Tom, and I want to help the guy out. You can do.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. That means a lot to Love Tiger, and we appreciate you helping out.
Right on, bro.
All right, Sean.
Again, love the show.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Holy.
Imagine what that smells like.
No, yeah.
When he says you
what
need
smells
some
worse, inside or out?
Oh, inside.
Because
you're also dying as you're smelling the inside.
No ventilation, no showers for months.
Pooping at the CVS.
Pooping at the CVS, man.
I mean, months.
If we put out an album, we got to call it Pooping at the CVS.
Dude, it's the best ever.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Yes, hi.
Hey, I was wanting to talk about your stand-in there Friday for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Ian Beckles, his show.
Yes, what about it?
Hey, I'm not saying that this is what was happening, but if you listen to his show, it seemed like somebody was farting all through that show.
I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't get to hear it because I was out, but if you say that, I would maybe put an ear on it and see if I could hear repeated farting during the show.
That or it was the microphone being moved, because every once in a while you hear.
No, I'm going to hang up so you can hear it, sir. But I don't know if you can hear it today or not. But there's a consistent, like a fuzzing noise that's going on like that, and it's cutting out. I don't know if it's the connection between us and the radio station, or if it's something that Ian had to deal with. I know the station is in the process of upgrading equipment in the building, so something could be affecting that right now. But I'm hearing it today, and I'm trying not to get thrown off by it. But it's like every 30 seconds, a computer noise, a static noise comes through, and it totally disrupts the show. It's hard for me to communicate with Carmen because half the things she says are getting out, so it's ridiculous.